Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Wednesday. This is our first show here at 5 o'clock, our new time slot here, which is our new time slot for every weeknight except for Tuesday. And so we have got you from 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific. Of course, that means 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern. And we're so glad to have you with us as we welcome you into a new start time, a fabulous new schedule. And I'm so glad to be with you tonight because we have an exciting show. Of course, 3 big hours of incredible jewelry on the way for you. So it is going to be packed full of the jewelry you love and, of course, a lot of savings. And this is where we're going to really celebrate because being that it is our first Wednesday here, starting a couple hours earlier than the norm, we're going to bring out the values. We're going to bring them out from the start, and they're going to continue all night long. We've got very special pieces for you. We've got incredible values, as I mentioned, but also it's a lot of brand new. It's a lot of one of a kinds. It's a lot of designer, and it's a lot of what we love, which is going to be our blue wing block D. There's an emerald cut that is just beyond 5.5 carats, which I think is one of the more, certainly one of the more wearable sizes of our museum reserves left at this point. Plus, we also have, there is a paraiba. It's one of the most unique and beautiful colors of paraiba that we will see as a collection of stones that we know is rare. And then you also have some returning favorites, some classics, and then some brand new. We've got your holiday shopping because we are now, think about it, 21 days away from Christmas and Hanukkah. So we thought we'd bring out some classics for you in diamond pendants that are really giftable, really easy. Got some affordable ruby earrings, some great pendants. Those tend to be a little bit more giftable for you. So we've got a lot of those, including some very affordable rings on the way. If you love my links collection, stay with me because we're going to have a really special variety of links piece for you that is very important. So we'll see that. Even the Crescent Moon is back. You may not have seen it. It's not been on all that often. The Crescent Moon in designer diamonds for you, as well as a lot more. So stick with us, and of course, make sure that you're dialing in on any piece that you've got your eye on because they do go quickly. They're one of a kinds for the most part. I've only got a few exceptions to that rule tonight. So going to be a lot of one-onlys we show you throughout the night, and a lot of brand new, including what we're going to start with here first and foremost. And of course, if you have any requests, please feel free to get those in. You know what else is here? I look lovingly at this piece because it's our heart shape and it's our ultimate Ceylon blue sapphire. Very rare to see anything of this size. We have a 4-carat plus in a Ceylon heart-shaped blue sapphire. They rarely get to that size. We're so thrilled to bring it to you. It's one of the most creative and designer mountings we've ever had, and the markdown, I think, actually takes it to one of the bigger values we've ever brought you as well. So that's going to be coming up, as well as, speaking of heart shapes, we're really feeling the love tonight. We've got a heart shape that's a 3-carat 02 yellow diamond as well. So we're going to get started. A lot to get to, and if anything that I talked about sounds good, you want to see it sooner rather than later, let me know. Take a look at our first item here, which is going to be a beauty indeed. It's actually a rare. Something we hardly ever see here is a Cognac diamond. It's item number 112-6815, and this would be the heart shape, or rather the pear shape to start. See, I got heart shapes on the brain now. Got some pretty heart shapes, but this is our pear, and it's going to be our 35 pointer in the middle. But notice there's a few extras in white diamonds, and actually that's the thing. They've actually labeled it as just the Cognac for the center. What's happening actually is that there are more than just Cognac in the center. You're getting champagnes on the sides mixed in with your white diamonds, all in this fabulous, this may be all wrong. It says white gold. It's not. It's rose gold. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it's going to be 18-karat gold. So that we know. We know the purity. That's good. And a really important piece. So it's got that kind of center stone appearance because you get a nice big 35 pointer in the middle with the Cognac, which means that deeper, darker type of brown diamond, which is natural in color, but of course a little bit of orange, a little bit of red, a little bit of bronze tone. It's really that neutral, but with a spark. Then you get 44 points of what they're calling white diamonds, but I see clearly there are white diamonds and there are also champagne. So that lighter, more just light variety of neutral that we have there along the side. See along the edge there with the pave, and then even mixed in with what almost kind of looks like an asymmetric heart if you look at the way that that scrolls around. And then you've got some champagnes mixed in. So see the difference between your Cognac in the center, which is that higher level of saturation, and then a few of those more champagnes on the side. So we're thrilled to have it. It's a beautiful ring. It stays as is in that rose gold, and it's going to be, well, if that's correct, because I think you might be looking at a minimum carat weight. It looks like maybe, just maybe, they skipped over the champagne diamond weight that you have, but just if we go based on what you see there, of course, that means 79 points total, and yet we got to try it on because we're starting with something special. It stays as is, but we're going to size it for you. 2 ways to wear it. You see that one side is a little bit more of a, oh my goodness, well, let me, I don't know. Let's see. Let me zoom that hand shot back a little bit more for you, and then I'll work on that a little more. So take a look. That's going to be one way to wear it. See how this side, it's not completely straight, but it's got a little bit of curvature to it. And then we'll show you the other side if you want to wear it this way, because it's kind of like, again, that pear shape has angles. So two ways to wear it, and maybe that looks a little more upright to you. It's however you want to wear it, but it definitely is a wearable style. A lot of big diamonds. We've got it for $29.99. I'm going to skip that. And again, a lot of it's like, you know, big sale weekend wrapped up, but you know what? I can't get out of the sale mode. It takes a little more than a couple days away for me to get out of the sale mode. So I'm going to make sure that we get you values on values and take everything down. But again, reminder to dial in early. That's another way to look at it there. And so you see that scroll work and that pavé and the prong set. And then, of course, that fabulous center stone. It's a great way to add maybe a champagne and cognac that you don't already have in your fancy diamond collection, because obviously not a lot of those in that color here. And we bring you actually more yellows than we do the cognacs. I'll blow it out for $9.99 first caller. And then there's more where that came from on brand new and affordable. Brazilian paraibas are here. Blue zircon pendant is here. Princess cut diamonds at an affordable price tag. Ruby earrings that have that. Have you seen these where they're really new and still very fresh, where they're that wraparound design where it looks like an earring is wearing a necklace? I'll explain. So that may sound a little bit perplexing, but get ready to see what we've got in. Yes, your earrings can wear necklaces. Did you know that? We've had wear jewelry before here on this show. So we'll show you another piece like that today. But let's keep moving. We got a lot to do. And I know we're going to have a few probably maybe a late arrivals here, because we are starting a couple hours than we have historically. So again, hop on in. And if you like it, we'll keep moving. We'll give you another option here. I love this Kunzite. We're talking about a very unique cut to get in a saturation that we still call that really best of the best museum level Afghan material. I got to point it up to your eye level a little bit, but it's 112-6777, and that's going to be, there it is. That's all the beautiful lavenders and blues we want to see, and it's going to be a $494, so really good size here on this Kunzite. Asher cut is rare. You get the 14 karat solid gold. You're going to change that if you want. It simply means the bail in the basket. So if you want yellow or rose, no problem. But that's going to have the 494 in the middle, but then 5 points in diamonds, which are going to be a double row in that marquee shape of a bail. So you get a really beautiful look, a lot of shimmering qualities about those VS diamonds. I will get you a look at it here on the hand with the ruler. We have got a good size bail here. So yes, diamonds by the yard, accommodating. It will work, but that's what it looks like from a distance away. Let's take a look at the length it's going to give you, and then we'll try it on the neckline, because hopefully that's what's helpful, right? To see it all the different ways. But 7/8 of an inch top to bottom. Let's see what you think of it here from a distance here, just so you can get an idea of what that's all about. Size wise, you can really see again a little bit more of those purples, and yes, pink of course would be the core of any Kunzite, but when you get into the better higher end qualities, you're certainly seeing lavender blues, ultraviolet blues, a glow that gets more intense as you are in a deeper, darker lighting. That's what neon material is all about. That's what it looks like, and we're going to get it under $9.99. And that's a very large stone to do for under $1,000, because if you know the loose gem world, you know that's a stone that should be going for far more than that. We're going to make it, and it's just a point on how creative that is to have the point of the usher meet up with the point of the bail. I think that's really special the way that looks, so it gives you a more unique factor, and yet really gives you a lot of that drape and length. It just gives it a little more importance in the look. And we're going to make it only, you know what, skip 88, skip even, I don't even want to do $7.99. Let's take it all the way on down. I see the lucky sevens in the item number, so I'm going to go with the theme here. We're going to make that $7.77 just for the heck of it. So fast and easy deal. First caller who says yes, and it'll be yours. But that is a beautiful, beautiful way to go there. And 777 gets it to you. And Jess, did you have a question or request? Okay, so we're good to go. We're working on some requests already. If you got them, get them in. Might as well. And then whatever it is you might have your heart set on. Could it be the heart-shaped yellow? Could it be a massive tanzanite pendant? We've got it for you. Could it be blue wing block D at the most affordable price I have of anyone left? It's right here. And look at this cutting. A little bit more specialty. It's as if a cushion cut and a radiant cut are meeting. And I'm going to keep moving, guys, because we have a lot to do. But this is a more simple, straightforward way to set a tanzanite, whereas I know we get kind of fancy sometimes. Most of the time, we get a little fancy. And we get a lot of these big diamond weights. Well, here is 112-6731. And it's going to be a brand new item right now. And that is one of the ways to still maintain that perfect blue wing block desaturation we love. But at the same time, it is not a 10 karat or a 5 karat even, it's a 357. So maybe a bit more wearable for what you're looking for, or if you like that more simple, straightforward 3-stone setting, that's what you get right here. Now, big diamond still, that's gonna be only 18 points. I say only, but there are 2 stones. So what that's gonna mean, hi Tracy, yay! Yay! I know, I'm excited. I know after 2 days away, it felt like a month, I will say. So I was thrilled to have a little downtime, but really, it's my new schedule, by the way. I know a lot of people panicked over the last couple. I can honestly say that I've never received so much communication from you, our viewers, as I did in the last 2 days. So thank you. Look, I heard from just about everybody, people I know, people I don't know. And so thank you, everybody, for reaching out and sharing your thoughts. I really, really appreciate that. It was awfully exciting to not be here and hear from so many of you. But I'll be here Wednesday through Sunday. So again, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday and Sunday mornings as usual. So, you know, it's just, again, everything's kind of shifted a little bit time-wise. But, and I got my old Monday, Tuesday off back together. So again, I know it's going to take a couple minutes and a couple maybe weeks even to get adjusted to, but awfully glad to be hanging out and shopping for great jewelry on a Wednesday like we always do, just a little earlier. So let's get this one out the door because you know it's not going to stick around. There's no way this stays here. It's a 357 and it's got 18 points in the 9 point each in the diamonds, and we're so excited to see it here. So welcome on in. And hey, Joe. Hi, Joe. Thank you so much. Oh, you're so kind. And Tara, thank you so much. Tara M, very, very kind of you. And I know. Well, Kathy in New Jersey, hopefully it's a little easier. I know we think of our East Coasters who this is a little difficult for us on the West Coast, but I think it's easier on our East Coasters. So hopefully Kathy in New Jersey, first of all, stay warm and stay safe and out there in those cold, frigid temperatures. Again, not to make anyone jealous, but 80 degrees and sunny out here this week. So, you know, come on out. If you need a little getaway and a little break from the cold, come on out here. We'll be happy to have you. But, and we'll try to send some of the warmth and sunshine and we'll push it across east. But thank you so much. And what's up, Andy? Did she get the Cognac diamond? Fabulous. Thank you so much. And then we've still got our Kunzite. And then if you want this one, the 357, I'm going to try it on. And thanks again, Tony, for being able to pass along all those wonderful, kind wishes and all those wonderful words. But take a look at this on the hand so you can see. It, again, is so simple and straightforward. And yet, this is not a term I don't think I've ever used with tanzanite because we love the saturation. We talk about red flash. We talk about deep, intense neons. But is that waterfall of light that I see coming from our blue winged block D? Because I believe it is. And that is what makes this stone maybe, again, a little different than your basic cushion. It's got a little more elongation to it. So kind of like the outer perimeter of an emerald cut, but the inner flash and faceting of a radiant, but in what is truly a cushion cut. So it's got a lot of great things and a lot of unique factors, but $49.99 should be. We're going to go a lot lower than that. And I love the fact we got big 9-point round brilliant diamonds. That is absolutely awesome. You can even change the gold color if you want to, and we'll make it really easy right now. First caller takes it. How about this? It's going to be the most affordable in all tanzanite rings I have left. True story. It's true. I mean, if you want blue wing block T. Yeah, I probably got one from an outside designer that's, you know, something maybe a little bit lighter in color. This is our blue wing block D that is exclusive and running out. So in that case, we're going to take it under, actually, take it under $2,500, which is half. Take it under $2,000. We're going to make it better than $19.99. And no, this will not stick around at all. No way, no how. It's going to be easy. It's going to be simple. It's going to be fast, like pieces are going. But we are going to make this one, you know what, skip it. 1888, 1777. I want to make this truly remarkable. I love this stone. I'll tell you, sometimes simplicity is the best route. If you're especially not sure what design you like, go here. Go 3-stone style. Really puts that on display. Really shows up with those great colors. And we're going to make it $1,699 first caller. That's it. We'll give it, I don't even know if it's going to last 30 seconds, so probably foolish to put up a clock, but that one should be gone in a hurry. And again, never really have seen a design like this, have we? It's been a while. So we're awfully thrilled to see it here, and there are those reds showing up in the brightest, hot, bright spotlight you could ask for, where usually the reds get a little shy. This one's gone. Congratulations. Again, all we have left is the Kunzite pendant so far, and that one was $777. This is also new. Hello, rock star of yellow diamond bypass ring. I mean, really? I promise you guys one thing, and you know, I think we're all pretty lucky that I don't. There's a very strict rule here at TVON, and it goes a little something like this. I, the host, cannot buy jewelry before you see it. And it's a good thing because there'd be very little to show you if that were the case. And this, I'll tell you right now, for today's collection, this is the one I'm shopping on. This is the one I can't get enough of. This is the one I cannot stop staring. And you know what I would do? I would wear it as a pinky ring. I would size it from me to a size 4, and I would wear that as a pinky ring. It is gorgeous. And the way those yellow diamonds give you contrast with the white diamonds on the side, and listen, it's a pair of pears. Sounds like a Sounds like a really good kind of thing, right? Pair of pairs, take a look at it. It's going to be 112-6804, brand new. And so yellow diamonds we see often here, but not usually set like this. Usually it's going to be a setting style where it's more one stone on display in something a little bit more signature or a little bit more bridal, just more traditional. This is really taking the two big stones here, which are a carat 22 total. I can do that math, that's 61 points each. You've got the white diamonds as well, which is another 43 points. So in grand total, you've got 165. A carat and 2/3 in diamonds here. Look at this. I'm going to go ahead and try it since it's a 6. I'm going to try it on my ring finger first. And then we're going to show it to you. I mean, I might as well. If you're looking for the coolest, most chic, designer, high-end pinky ring, go here. We'll size it for you any size you need, and to that end, it would work anywhere. So who's to say it has to go pinky ring? It can go middle index, it can go thumb ring, whatever you want. Mind you, there is only one. So with that carat 65, you're getting superstar status piece. Oh look, $49.99 again. Another start price of $5,000. That low is going to take low because that's what I do. So, and look at those yellows again. Oh, there's a fingerprint on one. So let me just polish that up a little extra. Do you guys want to see as a pinky ring? Let me do that real quick. Since I'm polishing it up anyways, let me just put it here on a pinky. Notice it's going to be a little bit large for me there, so it might slip a little bit, just to show you how that's going to look. I mean, that's how I would wear it. That looks super chic. Don't worry about your diamonds. If you're worried about, well, it's on the outside of the hand, you need to have something more durable maybe for that. Diamonds are as tough as it gets. You know that. So here's what we'll do instead of $49.99. Come on in. You see how quickly everything's going. So welcome on in, and let's make it better than even. $39.99, and those are big yellow diamonds. Is it right to be discounting yellow diamonds? Because I don't know of anyone else in the world. I mean, all we're doing is talking about the major way that all diamonds in fancy colors of the world are going up in price. We know that. That's what's happening. That is a fact. You can't get around it. You can't get away from it. And especially, that's why so many options now are more lab-grown options, or you know, given a little bit of help, or maybe it's a natural diamond but got a lot of treatment to get there, or had a lot of treatment to get that color. This is honest to goodness Argyle, my material from way back when, that of course you know has been mined out for some time, and now it's going for less than even $29.99. This is one to take. And remember, almost 2/3 of a carat on each of those yellow diamonds, and they are sparkling and brilliant and VS and all the things we love, and yet we're not even doing it for $2,900 or $2,500. One caller only. Let's make it I didn't want to do $24.99. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do $23. Even $22. I promise you wear it every day. No matter what finger you wear it on, we're sizing it to fit, but you will wear this every single day without fail, and you've got something totally different than what we've ever brought before, and I will make it $1,999. That's it. And by the way, blue zircon is coming up next. We're getting to a blue zircon in a pendant that is going to be on the way. Just let me know if you'd like this one with the two yellow diamonds together. Now, Jason, you've had your eye on something. Is it this one? Okay, so something else. All right, so this one, I think Jess may have this, but we have like 4 people calling in right now. So that's the thing. I can see the calls coming in before they actually ring. So I'm always worried when I see that flood of phone calls. Jess, do you have this one? Okay, we're verifying. So I'm going to move on to our blue zircon pendant, which is a one only, and it's going to be 6074. Because this one is for sure going to be gone to somebody. I'll just keep moving because, again, we get to show you a lot more one-of-a-kinds if I move faster. So, again, that's the one to own if you want those 61 pointers each. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous value. And then if you've been wanting a blue zircon pendant, I know there have been quite a few of you that have been asking for exactly that. I'm going to show you one next, and warning, it is crazy affordable. So we'll get to that on the way. Let me know on the bypass of the yellow diamonds. And, hey, if you leave it, it gets a home anyways. If somehow by some miracle at 8 p.m. tonight, which is just so weird to say, but if by somehow it's still available, then it's getting a good home regardless, I can tell you that. So here we are. It's going to be a blue zircon in platinum. Yes, and a more elongated pear shape as well, which I think is so beautiful because pear shapes are elongated and just elongated than a typical. And it's a 2-carat 01, and it's going to give you a few diamond accents. We've got it as, I don't have anything listed. So, hey there, Donna. Yes, pretty much. I mean, it's kind of, iffy here and there, but, I don't know if it's ever going to be the same again, Donna. My voice has been going through it, but I don't know if it'll ever be exactly the same as it used to be, but it's here, and that's all I'm thankful for. This Thanksgiving, I got my wish, and, to be able to stand up here and still have a semblance of a voice with you guys and be able to shop. I'm cool. So, hi, Donna. Hey, Donna B in Oklahoma. Thanks for being with me. Talk about a great piece under $500. Fine jewelry in platinum, blue zircon, which is one of our hottest stones, and under $500. That's not something you see every day, and especially on a 201. So let's get to it. Fabulous piece and good size bail. So yep, it is going to fit. I would say our smaller diamonds by the art is going to work for. If you have the one with the 11 pointers, probably not. But any of the smaller ones it'll work. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And then, oh yeah, you're really seeing that zircon do its thing. Double refraction at work, sparkling like no other. There it is at a little over a ½ inch. And so this one's going to be, well, let's take it on over. The neckline stays in platinum. That's the only key here. Got to stay as it is, but really good everyday wearable size. And boy, nothing can dull the bright electric blues of a zircon, but it's not $4.99, and we're going to go even lower for you. And we'll just give this as a gift, $399, but there is only one. Stays in the platinum. We'll see who's got it, and then we're going to show you. And don't forget about my yellow diamond bypass ring with those really bright, cheery sunshine yellows. Yes, Andy. Okay. The which one? New Imperial topaz. I've got a couple, so you want to see the carat 26? 46, got it. All right, we'll show that coming up. Does she want a real nice juicy pink, or does she want a little more golden orange? This one's gone, congratulations. Let me see, you know what, give me just a second, Kathy, to find the Imperial topaz, and then I'll show you in the meantime a diamond ring with some princess cuts and rounds together. Item number here would be 1125969, and this, well, that didn't take long, here it is, and that is a beautiful, I don't know if she has a preference, because remember, they go from anywhere from yellow to orange, kind of orangey golden, then they go to like a honey color, and then some have a little bit of orangey pink and some have complete pink. So if you have a preference, Kathy, on what color you like in your Imperial, then let us know. But here's our 30-point total weight, princess cut and round brilliant platinum diamond ring. Another piece that I think would work anywhere on the hand. And we'll have the Imperial coming up next for you. But this is fabulous and stays in platinum, but we're going to size it for you. Let me show it on the hand as well so you can see how this looks and really sits in such a smooth kind of way, because even though the 3 diamonds on either side are prong set, the centerpiece actually ends up looking like one big diamond because it is, why, princess cut invisibly set. So it's still multiple stones as you'll see up close, but you get the idea here of there's that bezel that wraps around all of your block of diamonds, and really just special. It's a very high-end style, and done in platinum is really elegant because it shows off how white these diamonds are. $14.99, this should be TVON price, and retail would be about triple that. We're so excited we get to do this for you, and no, it is not going to be $14.99 or even $9.99. And you can see there, I love the frame of those corners, adding those 3 round brilliants on either side. Really sleek, easy to wear every day. And it's also going to be $799 instead. So an even better value for just one caller only. And we'll see who's got that one. I'm sorry for all the one-of-a-kinds, but that's pretty typical for us, right? We've got a lot of one-of-a-kinds. So just again, feel free to dial in the second you see something you love. Then also we're going to have hoop earrings requested by Jody. Jody has them, hoop earrings. These are beautiful ones too, Jody. So I'll get to the Imperial first for Kathy, and that's going to be 1126387 on the way. And then do let me know if you like this princess cut. Do you see what we have there in the middle, though? It's actually going to be that, think of it, I wouldn't call it a quadrant because there are actually going to be 9 stones there. 9 stones put together so that when you look at from the side, there's that flush, seamless surface you get from all those diamonds being invisibly set, which means they're set side by side, no prongs or gold between them. In this case, no platinum between them. And then you have that outer border, which also gives you a shine off of the gold. Here's the Imperial. Oh my, I hope she wants something with a lot of pink. I wouldn't say pure pink purple, because sometimes then they kind of lose that Padparacha-esque quality, which I think is really, and again, to make that comparison, it's a tricky one to make because I do want to point out that Imperial is its own rare stone. So to say it looks like a Padparacha sapphire is very special indeed. We know that. But Imperial is actually, it's a bit more rare. Padparachas come from all over the different points of the globe, whereas Imperial does not. That is only a one-source stone. So when you look at it from a rarity standpoint, from a numbers game, that is going to be the rarest way to get those colors blended together. But that's what I use that term to really make a reference for what you're looking for. What you'd like the ultimate and ideal Imperials to give is that Padparacha pink and golden orange together. That's what you want from an Imperial. That's what this gives you, and ironically, it's really about a 50-50. So they're not split like a bicolor tourmaline, but they're blended. So it's almost, think of it like Mother Nature got really creative with this recipe and made something of a very specialty kind of dish, and isn't it ever? 1126387, and so that's gonna be our 146. It's set in 14 karat, and then you also get a 102 diamond weight, but we kept it classic. Double halo, all the way around. Love to see that. And of course, that's all custom because that is a more elongated oval. We talked about that earlier. The blue zircon was a more elongated pear shape. Well, this is the more elongated of the oval, and we really enjoy that. Color is perfect because it shows you're up in that upper high-end tier of that fabulous Imperial, right? Because it's not just yellow, it's not just orange, it's not just golden, but it's really giving you still, I've seen a couple here and they're ultra rare, we love them, but they give you more pink purple. And then I think they look almost like a spinel or a sapphire. This really is that pink and orange blended and so unique. And boy, did we get this one discounted from $79.99. Here's what it looks like. And of course, split shank really is just to anchor that larger elongated halo that you have. And again, it's a double halo. But if you'd like to get it, we have it for a lot better than even $4,000 or even $3,000. And you really can't put a price tag on them because they're nowhere else. We're going to make it $29.99. with the Carat 02 in diamonds. And then Jody, your earrings are coming up, and it's actually an earring that I think are going to intrigue a lot of our earring lovers out there if you like a unique way to do a diamond hoop. But that is so attractive, especially with that split shank. Again, that has to be done that way. Think of it, imagine for a moment if it was a single band, how much more slight it would look, how much maybe less impressive it would look. So it's fine little details like that that really mark a specialty piece and really a well thought out design. So $29.99, and then don't forget about that princess cut diamond ring. And then we'll get to our diamond hoops on the way, which are awesome and really, they've been here for ages. And that's exciting because why? It's gonna be the old price. The old gold, the old diamond price on diamond earrings next, but that is one. Now we can always, I don't know if I have some, oh, this one's gone. And then let me know, I do have another one for anybody who would like an Imperial, but it's a pear shape. Here are the earrings that I'm so excited about. These are the hoops and they're gonna sit side by side, but this is also a shared prong design. So even though, and it was just over the weekend with you on, and I know I might not have seen a lot of you guys because I know it was a busy holiday week and travel week. And so we probably missed seeing each other on Wednesday and Thursday, Thanksgiving night, and Saturday and Sunday if you were on the go. So what we had was we had the classic traditional double and triple row hoops. This is a little different. This is item number 111038. And what this is going to give you is 96 points in diamonds in all round brilliance. They're good size. You're just shy of a carat, but then you get that shared prong design, which actually accomplishes two things. It doesn't take away from the beauty and the size of your bigger round brilliants, but at the same time, when you see them from a distance, it gives you almost a checkerboard or cobblestone type look. It sounds crazy, but little details like how you actually manage and execute the prongs can really change the overall dynamic of the earring. And so what you're actually going to see here is from a distance away, let me show you what one looks like. And it is going to be a hinged closure. So they're almost like an oval shaped hoop is created here. They have a hinged closure, which just, look at that though. That really does, it's 3 rows, but they're staggered. They're not all lined up directly next to each other. So that staggering with the shared prong is what gives it, I think, a real beautiful shimmering effect. You see it here where it's going to be, once again, over a half an inch, but not quite 3/4. So it puts it right at 5/8 of an inch. But then this is how this is going to work. You're going to flip this down. It's hinged at the base. All you do, pop it down. It hinges, and then it's going to simply line up and click closed. You'll actually hear it click. It makes a very distinctive feel and noise when that is secure on your ear. Now, I want to give you a distance look as well, and so easy to put on. Dare I say maybe stackable? I had on the, remember, inches, and I stacked them all the way up my ear. That was so much fun to do, and I know a lot of you enjoyed seeing them that way. But look at this, and again, I've got it on with other earrings, but you can just see how it plays well with others if you'd like to do it. So you can see how that triple row works there, and that's going to be, again, 5/8 of an inch. So if you did pick up any of the 1/2 inch that we had over the weekend, double row or triple row, and if you saw those, just note, these will be a little longer if you are thinking about stacking. These will be slightly longer than all those 1/2 inch I had, whether you got the double or the triple row. So back to the wheel we'll go. I just wanted you to see them on. Full piercing coverage is what they give you. We also have white, yellow, or rose gold available, and they're under $1,000, and this is going on old gold and old diamond pricing, and that's how we're accomplishing this. But it's not even $9.99 to get these fabulous earrings. They're only $888, and we have all 3 gold colors available to you. Yes? Oh, okay. So hold on one sec. She got excited about the tanzanite, but then said, wait, I might rather prefer an Imperial. So we had a little switcheroo happen. So I'll tell you what, for anybody who missed out, and I know there were a few of you that did. So for anybody who missed out on the tanzanite, that was that 3-stone style, the 357 with the big diamonds on either side. This cushion cut is still, well, it's now just available again because it got swapped out. So this is $16.99 for anybody who missed it, or if you joined us a little late. I'm not sure what's going on in the band here, but let me try to polish that up. And then let me know, Jody, if those are earrings that suit what you're looking for, or if you need us to find, I think we've got a good maybe 24 different types of varieties of diamond hoop earrings, so we can bring out virtually anything. But that is a very special tanzanite. And again, if you missed it, now we're here at the bottom of the hour. So that's the one to get a hold of, and it's $16.99. It was $6,731 if you want the 357 in that size. Coming up next, we're gonna have Brazilian paraiba and diamonds in a necklace. Pendant, chain, the whole kit and caboodle. So you'll get that next. But that is the tanzanite. Let me try that on in case you missed it earlier. Here's the tanzanite that just became back available, switched out for the Imperial. So here it is. And again, watch what it does from a distance away. We did not, just because it's a 357, I know we've been kind of hanging out in the space of 15 and 16 and 20 karat stones of late, because that's usually what museum reserves are going to be larger. This is one of the, I know it's been something you've been asking for, is can I get a little bit smaller stone, but still museum reserve in that quality? Well, there it is. 357 in that size for $16.99. Let me know who wants it. And then we're going to go back to our earrings. Let me know if anybody, I know it's a request for Jody, but that doesn't mean that you have to be named Jody to take them. We've got a couple pairs available there. So, and you guys are leaving my yellow diamond bypass for me. Thank you, so far at least. And then let's get to our Brazilian paraiba necklace. And like I said, lots and lots of different hoops, but we did spend a good portion of our weekend talking about a lot of different hoops. So this is one we did not have. So maybe if none of those hoops were quite suiting what you were looking for, maybe this one is perfect. So let's get to our Brazilian paraiba. Yes, I said it. This is the original source. This is so, so rare. And it's going to be a pendant with a, well, look at this. It's like an oval, but it's got this twisted design, which is so dimensional in platinum. It's 112, 68, 64. It's going to give you one of our largest carat weights we have seen in the Brazilian paraibas as accents, and they would be accents no more because there are 12 points total among 3 stones. They are 4 points each. I have seen 2 pointers, and we've raved about those sizes. This is very important to get 12 points in the round Brazilian paraiba plus 30 points in the diamonds, and they're big too because there are only 2, 4, and 6, and 7 of those. So 10 stones in total, big Brazilian paraibas. Why are they so special? And you can see they don't look like the other stones. 2 other sources, Mozambique and Nigeria, they don't have the same color. Nothing because, again, it's a still, it may have been one continuous vein before continental drift took place and before plate tectonics had those continents move, the continents that we know today, but still that doesn't mean that there weren't different trace elements that made them slightly different in color. And the Brazilian stones may have been smaller in size, but boy do they pack a punch. This comes with the chain, which is also going to be a beautiful, it's one of these almost beaded like chains. It's going to be a 16 or 18 inch. You've got 2 choices in adjustability here, and there's going to be a spring ring closure, but that's what it looks like from a distance. And it kind of looks like you have little diamonds all throughout the chain because each one of those beads in the chain is polished. Here's the size, 3/4 of an inch top to bottom on the pendant itself. By the way, you can take the chain out and use a different one. If you would rather, you can have a diamonds by the yard. You can put your favorite chain. Maybe it's your rope chain, box link, snake link, whatever it is. You can use other chains as well. This is not permanently affixed. It'll come right off one side if you want to. So I love that floating look. You can see right there how the open space of the oval, the stones that are almost floating, they almost look like those designs that some of those big designers do where the diamonds actually move within the design. Those are usually circular or oval. They won't move. They're all staying where they will, but it looks almost like they've been, you know, cascading and then frozen for a moment in time. This is actually going to be, well, let's take it all the way down, and it's a great way to get Brazilian paraibas. Such a rarity, such a beauty. Really, again, powerful neons to that stone all the way through all 3. And we're supposed to do it for $29.99. Makes sense. It's one of the larger sizes we've seen in carat weights of Brazilian paraibas here. And I will make this for one caller under $1,000. It is $9.99. Hopefully with the chain that works. If you can, you know, you can always take the piece off, keep the pendant, gift the chain, vice versa. Maybe keep the chain, gift the pendant, whatever you want to do. It is a fabulous way to go, but it's only $999. That is one of the most affordable Brazilian paraibas we've ever had. Yes. You got it, Priscilla. We'll bring it back out. The princess cut diamond ring. And how about that? That tanzanite 3 stone. Still here if anybody wants it. Came back. I know a lot of you missed it. I hope you didn't leave us, but hopefully someone will grab that too. We have some other very affordable rings. So I'm just going to set this on its side for just a moment just to show you there's a little elevation in that profile. But let's also show that princess cut diamond ring one more time. and then you'll see that one. So we're going to move aside from that one, and then watch this. This is that Princess and Round Brilliant diamond ring. This one was down to $799. Take a look at that. It was Priscilla, right? Or yes, okay. So here we go with 1125969. Another look at it. I know we probably got some later arrivals today going, oh, yep, that's right. New schedule, 5 o'clock start time, 8 p.m. Eastern start time. That'll be every weeknight, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, except for Tuesday. So Tuesday still 7 to 10. And here we are 5 to 8, the rest of the weekdays, and then the weekend 10 to 1. But here we are. This is the 30-point total diamond weight here. Again, bigger stones all, but that's one. It really does look like one big princess cut in the middle. And Priscilla, that's $799. We did that for about half off of where it should be. And reminder, in platinum, but we're still going to size it for you. Here's what it looks like on the hand one more time. I'll try it on the ring finger because that's, you know, gives you kind of, it's always my starting point there, unless you want to see it somewhere else, because it really gives you that consistent perspective since you see everything on the ring finger. So you get really accustomed to knowing what that's going to look like and hopefully how it's going to look on you. But that's a very special way to go, and only one there. And then what else do we have? Oh, I want to get to these ruby earrings. They're fabulous and really designer. And then speaking of pendants, I'm just going to flash this because it may not be paraiba, but it's really bright, bright, bright green, and that's an emerald. Thank you. This diamond ring is gone. Let's just, oh, go ahead. I'm going to get to it. It's a heavy piece too. And don't forget those hoop earrings are still available. And this I've not seen before. This is a beauty and really heavy because it's actually almost salt. Yes. Oh, the paraiba necklace. Got it. This diamond ring is still here. Okay. Thank you. So paraiba necklace is gone. This ring is here. Got it. All right. So the ring is $799, and then the hoop earrings are here as well, and paraibas are gone. All right. Now here we go with the emerald necklace, which is also going to be pendant chain. This is one where I believe, oh no, this will work. You can take that chain off. Good. Okay, good. So this is a box link. It's a more pronounced box link. Sometimes they look a little bit more, it's kind of like imagine a Rolo link where you usually have a little space between your links. This is actually a heavier box link. So it's going to be 112-6871, and really thrilled it's here in platinum. Again, what's that? Oh, is it Kathy from Buffalo? Is she out of that snowstorm yet? Hey, I want to know, Jess, did she go to that big stadium, and was she paid to be one of those football fans who had to go and shovel snow in the stands just to make sure that they could sit and enjoy the game? I always see that every year when Buffalo gets really snowed in and they got a home game. I love that. They hire fans and they pay fans hourly. Did you know that, Andy? They pay the fans to show up and come shovel the steps of the aisles so everyone can come enjoy the game. And I imagine the question is, how do they get out? Because I know it was snowing a lot during that game. So I imagine, yeah, by the time the game is over, it's probably like you need like a toboggan or sled to get out of there. Yes. Thank you. Kunzite pendant gone as well. I think it only leaves us with our yellow diamond bypass and the 3-stone tanzanite from the show. And here we are with our emerald, and this is going to be a very special platinum piece, 36 points on this Asher, and then you've got a 15-point diamond weight. But look at this, all in platinum, including the chain. Let's show you what this is going to look like. That's why it's so heavy. And yet, not taking away from the fact that anybody else think that looks like a little angel tree topper? I don't know. The cutouts are really cute there, but you can still see enough to appreciate the glow and the clarity of that emerald, which again, emeralds always look bigger than they weigh. So please take that 36 points with that proverbial grain of salt, because it's going to look larger, as I will attest to right now by showing it to you on the hand. This is going to be another 18-inch or 16-inch chain. There are 2 lengths to choose from. Again, very heavy chain too. Why? It's a blocked style with a lot of platinum. So if you put a really dainty chain, it might not look right. We are so careful to make sure that if we're going to throw in a chain, let's not just do it to throw in a chain. Let's make sure it's the right look, the right style, and that's what I'm talking about. There's that little bit of, that little difference here in the length. You've got 16 or 18. So here's what I'm going to do. Put it on the neckline, and then we'll measure it for you later. But I want you to see that's what I'm talking about. This lower light, this shot is really designed to give you obviously a size perspective, but this lower light is showing you what to expect in that emerald, and it is divine. The perfect, clean emerald. Tough to spot an inclusion. You know it, if it's glowing like that, you know there just aren't really any real notable inclusions. And don't swing for me like that. Just, yeah, there we go. There we have it. So that's just really what it's all about. And of course, a smooth surface behind it to give you a really nice feel against the neckline, and really special. It almost reminds me of like a padlock kind of design. I'm going to go ahead and grab my ruler, show you the measurement here as well. And we'll make this one, yeah, it's about 3/4 of an inch, maybe just slightly less than that. But we'll take it up close so we can all now really just take in the beauty and the clarity of that Colombian emerald. Best there, and there it is. Look at that glow. See, no visible inclusions even from that close up. And we'll take it all the way down. $39.99, forget about it. And with the chain, which you can take off, plenty of room there. So if you want to take it off and you just want to add, I still would love it with the diamonds by the yard. If you just want to have the diamond presence as well, go ahead. But we're going to make it, you know what, $19.99 doesn't seem right. I'm just going to take it even lower. I told you I'm still in sale mode. And we have a blue zircon. Blue zircon lovers, ring. Yep, the pendant's already gone, but we have a ring coming up for our blue zircon lovers. But this is going to be better than even $1,900, even $1,500. And remember, solid platinum, great looking piece, and it's all about the emerald. And I'm going to take it even lower than even $15 or $14.99. One caller gets it, $1,399 only on that one right there. And then how about some really fun giftable ruby earrings that are really, I'll say 2 words, shooting stars. And if you're a long-time TVON viewer of mine, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I designed some shooting star earrings years ago. We haven't seen anything like it since then until what you're about to see next. So we'll show you 112-4471. Call me on the emerald. I'm not waiting for pieces to go because we got a lot of show. Here it is. So this is really pretty because this is a stack of 3 stones per earring that are going to sit vertically on the ear. It's 112-4471. We have 2 identical pairs. I'll tell you what I would do. I'd buy both because obviously if you've got more than one piercing, well, kind of the fun thing about this is really, and this one's not sitting quite like the other one is, so I'll try to make sure it does, just so you can see that chain length the way it is, but for whatever reason, that one wants to sit the other way. But it's 54 points in rubies. It's giving you a little line style of your stones from diamond to ruby to diamond, but then that chain is attached to the backing. First of all, you're never going to lose your backing. Butterfly backings would always be susceptible. I mean, I'm at the point where I don't think a single backing of any earring I have goes with the earring it originally came with. At this point, I just have butterfly backings everywhere and just use what I can find. Because again, and also I wear more than one pair of earrings every day. So there's earrings everywhere. But with those backings can be difficult. Well, these are never going to stray from the earring itself. They can't. They won't. They can't because it's all one fabulous earring. So that's the first thing. But that chain is not just strictly there to be utilitarian. That chain, when you actually put that backing on, and by the way, you put it on the same way you would any other butterfly backing that you have. There's a standard post. The backing is attached to the chain. So when you have them on, the chain goes under and around your lobe and gives you a little dangle and movement. These are hot. There's something that is so cool and so fresh and so unique about these, and truly we haven't seen anything like it here since my shooting stars that I designed, which were diamond pave stars with the same concept. And so if you have those, or if you want to stack those, or I love these 4 because they're not super long, let me show you. They'd be great even if you want to put them on as a second or third piercing. I mean, they are really striking. They're outstanding. Let me just show them on. I think they're going to be gone before I can probably even try them on. But this length here is what you need to see. They're going to be just a little more, I mean, we're talking about 5/8 again, and that's how it looks. So when you, now you can see, and that's all diamond cut chain. It's got that beautiful look with that backing, nice long post, pop it in, just hold on to your backing while you're putting it on, and or just let it drop and then, you know, figure out where you've got that backing, put it on, that's it. It's super easy, 2 in yellow gold only. So this is going to be a quick one to go. I'll show you one here and I'll try to put one on as fast as I can, but this is going to be a huge value, and they're not even, I can't believe it, they're not even $7.99 anymore. And for really good Burma rubies, and big VS diamonds, you've got really important value already. It's not $500 or $4.99. They are so giftable. And I promise you, a lot of the younger gals probably are noticing, and you too. Everyone's noticing in the jewelry world, there's quite a few of those pieces right now that do have this almost like hoop with chain. Sometimes it's 2 hoops that are going to be connected with one chain, so you need more than one piercing. With this, you don't. You can have that designer look without having to go get a fresh new piercing. Because maybe you just got one piercing, well, that's fine, this is gonna work. And you know what, they're not even $4.99, they're only $399. I got one on real fast for you here, so you can see what it looks like as it's on the ear there, and then I'll straighten it out for you, because I just popped it on, and then what you wanna do is just angle it how you wish, but you can leave it on however you want. But seriously, can you imagine that in the second or the third, or wherever? I mean, really stack them up, and maybe you wanna get both pairs. I would do that because then I just stack them up and have that really cool little dance of that chain. But that's what they look like. So they look like a bar first, a bar made of gemstones. That's the first thing. And then you've got the chain with it as well that's going to give you that little drape and dangle. And the length is perfect. So even if you have a longer lobe, or even if you have your piercing a little higher, this is still going to have that great drape of the chain. Back to the wheel we go. $3.99. We have 2 pairs. And they're identical. So you just need to decide, do you want 1 pair or 2? Giftable, ruby, July's birthstone, best of the best from Burma still. We love them. They're here, and only $399. How about 30 seconds, Tony, and then we move on. I've got a gigantic aquamarine that is simply, I love the price tag. There's a discount on it that's going to make it extremely affordable. There are my ruby earrings. Those now sit in the right way together. So you see, and it's always going to stay. The chain just does what it's supposed to do. There's no complexity to it. There's no extra effort. It is like putting on a basic stud all day long. It's just really simple and easy. $3.99 a pair. All right, we're going to move on. We've got a lot to do here, and we do have the blue zircon as well. I'm excited about the blue zircon because that's been our hottest stone of the last couple weeks. Most in demand, hottest look. Don't forget about the emerald and platinum, Tim, unless you've got a request I think we're working on. Okay, so coming up, and don't forget tanzanite 3-stone ring. What I'll probably do in about 15 minutes here is recap what we do have from the hour because it's not much. So we might as well just put it up because I know we're going to have a lot of probably latecomers and late arrivals. Aren't these pretty? Who's your requester there, Tim? Marcy. Pretty, pretty, pretty butterfly earrings. And one of the most creative designs I've seen because it is actually utilizing multiple colors of a rhodium where it's actually ombre. I mean, I couldn't have painted, well, I'm not a painter, but I couldn't have painted them better. And I think for our artistic painters out there, could you have painted these butterflies any better from the gold that's brushed, and then with a texture, brushed, and then that little glitter factor you see, that's like a dual texture they have. There's a left and a right design, as I'm going to show you. It's 1118914, and these are just stunning. Look at this. That's how I would do it. The butterflies are going to be basically flying off, right? Off from the facial features on either side. You could obviously do it this way if you want, but I kind of think that it's intended to be this way with that post on that upper point of the wing. This is going to be a mix of gold. And then you've got some different rhodium that they color into these purples and magentas and blues, and that's ombre. Diamonds right up and down your butterfly center, and then two gorgeous golden pearls. Item number is 8914. And that's going to be some rhodium of different colors, 9.5 millimeter South Sea pearls, and 10 points in diamonds. And there's one parent, I have never seen anything quite like it. $45.99. Great value all day. Let me just show you the length of one here, and then I will, I don't have a backing here, and I don't have earrings with backings today, so I'll probably hold one up to the ear here, but they are 1.25 inches from the wingspan tip there to the base of the pearl, and they're only $1,599 only. So let me see which one I need. I'm going to go ahead and borrow this one here just to show you. I don't even have my earring out, but I can do that. Fast and easy. Take a look at this. This is how they would look on the ear, just to give you an idea. So that's really, I put the post where it is, and then you can see how it's going to be angled, and you can do either way. So we'll go back to the wheel. I just wanted to show you what that 1.25 inches looks like on where that post sits. And then if you'd like to get them, it's actually better. It's $15.99 if you'd like to get them. So here they are, matched up. This is just so beautiful. The pearls are matched, and you've got the butterflies that so detailed, and who would ever think that you could get gold fashioned in such a way to give you such a designer element. I'll tell you, you really see that bit of that glitter factor is really there. That's so attractive to see because, again, satin finished gold has a sheen to it, but then that glitter almost looks as if there are teeny tiny little diamonds set across the surface of all that different ombre, and you can tell it's 18 karat. That, I just looked up at the screen thinking, did we say it's 18 karat gold? Because you can tell they're 18 karat gold because the richness of the yellow, the buttery richness of that yellow gold that you have there. Let me know if you like ruby earrings, Jason, or the pearl butterfly earrings. Okay, blue zircon next. One of a kind. Item number is 112-6643. And get ready, top of the hour. 12.5 minutes away. And I've got a top of the hour special. Do I ever? We've got blue wing block D. We've got paraiba. Look at this paraiba. One of the most distinctive colors of paraiba and a great new mounting. And then we have blue zircon with pink diamonds, but I have my one plain, meaning only white diamond blue zircon coming up. So let me know, Marcy, on those butterflies. Here is, well, this almost, I feel like it would match really well with the pear-shaped pendant we had earlier because it too is elongated, not a pear, but actually going to be that elongated cushion cut that we love. And it's item number 112-6643. Butterflies are here. And here we go with $485. In a brand new blue zircon tonight. It's a cushion cut, sure is. I mean, they've got it listed as an oval. Well, it's hard to tell because sometimes there's just subtle, I mean, it's a judgment call. And quite frankly, with the prongs there, let's zoom in and see. Can you tell if there's much of a corner there? If you're seeing more of a corner, it's a cushion. If you don't, if it looks more rounded, it's an oval. But either way, it's elongated with 73 points in diamonds, and that is a little more saturated blue zircon. Those are special and rare, and the prettiest bracelet coming up. We're going to do this one only. It's going to go quickly. It's supposed to be $59.99. Well, that's what happens when you start getting these big 4 carat plus or 5 carat sizes. They get really pricey really fast. By the way, we're going to do this one since it is a one only. Let's blow it out right now because we don't have a lot of time to spare here. Top of the hour is coming up quickly. And then, you know, again, just going to fly by here because I think a lot of people aren't going to tune into the last hour because, you know, 7 o'clock start time, moved up 2 hours. Take a look at that. There's the blue zircon on the hand and ever so bright and glittery. I'm going to make this one, you know what, 49 is not enough. We got to keep the sale pricing going. Here it is on the close-up. And you can see we can do that in yellow gold or rose gold if you prefer. But it's only $1,999 just to send it out of here. When it's a nearly 5-carat size for you, then the most breathtakingly beautiful diamond bracelet that anybody would think looks like huge, 2-carat, maybe 2.5, pear shapes. We'll show you next. Amazing piece of jewelry coming up. A tennis bracelet like we don't typically do. And that's going to be on the way. Hey, Judy B, thank you so much. So I'll be here again Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. So I know that we did so much talking about the new schedule, but unfortunately, it was just kind of one of those things where a lot of people may have been missing the shows last week, given that it was Thanksgiving and traveling off the charts and all that. So for those of you that were a little surprised to not see me here on Monday, I've just got a new schedule now. So I'm going to be with you 5 days a week. And then, of course, you know, Monday, Tuesday, I'll be off. And I'll be with you Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, and then Saturday and Sunday morning as always. So, and that's the only thing that didn't change, by the way, of the entire TVON schedule is our Saturday and Sunday mornings together. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific, still here with you for that. So let's take a look at the zircon. And then we've got a gorgeous diamond bracelet for, I'm not sure who this is for actually. Marcy, tell you what, let me try this on the hand first. 112-5396. So thank you, Judy, you're so kind, appreciate that. Judy B, thank you. And then here we go with the bracelet. 2 ways to wear it, because you know how we always have that debate of do pear shapes point up or down? Well, I'm gonna show them pointing up for the moment based on what you're seeing now. Obviously it's a bracelet, so they're gonna go all the way around. Now when I say pear shapes, there's not a pear shape in the bracelet. Here's what it is, a tennis bracelet that I'll tell you right now, if they were all pear shapes, they would never do this. The sparkle and the snap that you have coming from this bracelet would be impossible even from individual large pear shapes. And here's why. Because there are no pear shapes. They're made of tapered baguettes and brown brilliants top and bottom to make the pear shape design that links up from one end all the way to the other. Here's another way to wear it if you like, you know, just kind of that other look. And then here we are. I'll give you the length, which is going to be, I got to double check it because nobody's even, you know, referenced that. It looks like 7.5. So I'll make sure we know. It can actually be done in white gold only, because when you have these illusion set styles, you really want to show off the fact that these stones are so seamlessly put together to make that illusion. When I say illusion, I don't mean there's no diamond weight, but it looks like there are. I mean, it's baguettes and rounds looking like pear shapes. So I'm going to give you a really quick look at the zircon just so I can make sure that I get you the exact length of this bracelet, because I think that's important, right? The length is important. We've got to make sure that when it arrives and you're all excited about it, that's going to fit. It's a 7-inch. It has an insert closure, so it's going to go all the way around. And here's what it looks like, up close and personal. And you even see the finishing of the baskets. And we don't want to finish it too much because you want a lot of light to get to those tapered baguettes especially, so they can do what they do. But this is 18 karat gold, $295 in baguettes, $125 in rounds, grand total $420 in diamonds, and one of our very, very best. We do tennis bracelets of all different sizes. Just about everything you could ever need in a tennis bracelet size-wise is here, but the difference is they're mostly all round brilliants and baskets. And that is traditional. That's a traditional tennis bracelet style that you always see. We really elevated the game with this one and put it together in the 18 karat gold. That too is an upgrade, a whole nother step up that gives you more purity in your gold. The white gold is to show off how white and bright those diamonds are. And yet look at this, not even going to be, it's a doozy. It's a $19,999 bracelet. That is what normally this bracelet would go for. And again, insert closure, 2 figure-8 safeties. Listen, it's one of those bracelets, if we could put more than 2, we would, but 2 is the max without, you know, getting the design off track. So 2 figure-8 safeties. I'm going to make this one, and it's, I honestly, I've never seen this price attached to this bracelet. So I'm not sure what's gone on, but I'm excited to say that it's not even going to be $99.99 or $88 or even $79.99. Again, on the hand, because I think that's really important here. Obviously, any kind of piece can look big on TV when you zoom in. We zoom in because we want you to see the quality, the workmanship, the design. But that's the money. That's what you want to see to gauge the size. You could still be stackable, but you know what? On this one, I would be tempted to wear that solo. Let that bracelet sing. I'm going to make this one, you know what? Not even $69.99. First caller takes it. It's a problem if you're second or third or fourth, and yet this is still one that if you want to stack, you can. All the way around, there's that insert closure. Here's the other side of the insert, so you see that no matter when it is linked up, it's going to be one continuous. You can't find the clasp except to look for those figure 8 safeties, which there are two. One's this way, one's that way. We're going to make it $5,999 for one of the most outstanding bracelets we have ever seen or ever had. Baguettes are always a little tricky to show here because they pick up so much glare, but here they are close up so you can really see how white and bright they are. That's what they look like, and they're even, do you see that? They're really, again, set a little recessed compared to the rounds. So even that little textural difference of having a little bit more dimension to the way the different stones are set within the bracelet, but that is flashy. And still, again, look, it's no extra gold housing around it. It's just what's underneath it. So there's no, it's like the diamonds are center stage. That's all that shows up. That's all you see. That's really what's important. So $59.99 is our lowest price ever on that bracelet. I can tell you that. And then we're going to get to, and don't forget, we have that big sapphire. Oh, such an important sapphire heart shape. 4 carats plus in the ideal of sapphire color. Also have the big paraiba 74 pointer. And then I have another one that's going to be about carat 14. So we got some good ones, but our top of the hour is on the way in about 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So we will be at our top of the hour. And this, if anybody was curious, there is a 3 carat 02 natural yellow diamond in a heart shape. And it is, let me tell you, ideal. There it is. Not that funky, oh, it's trying to be a heart. No, it's really a true defined heart shape and set in that double halo in diamonds. Yes, please. If you're a lover of a big diamond, holiday season is totally upon us here. It's already December 4th. So getting real close to December 5th. So this is where, okay, not too late to be shopping for something ideal in a gift opportunity, but also anniversaries, birthdays. Any occasion where you want to show somebody that you love them, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with a gal buying a great big heart-shaped diamond for herself. Because if you love that, almost like a touch of whimsy, that shape, what a great way to do it. So that one's here as well. This is the diamond bracelet, which is also here at $59.99 for $420 in the diamonds in total. And then don't forget about our rubies. I want to show you the rings that are still left because I promised you a quick little recap, and we only have 3 rings remaining. And then we have a pendant and 1 pair of earrings. So it's tons of jewelry gone. Let's show you what's here just so that we can recap it, especially if you are tuning in just a little bit later. And I might just put that bracelet on, so you might be seeing me wear that for the rest of the night. But take a look at that beautiful 357. That's our tanzanite. Similarly, in an elongated blue zircon, we have the blue zircon off to your right. And then also I'm going to show you, what else do we have? And I've got the yellow diamond piece, which I almost am tempted not to put up there. There is a yellow diamond bypass ring. And I really want it myself because that would be my new pinky ring right there. But anyway, that's going to be what we have left in rings from the entire hour. Everything else is gone and spoken for and done. So bypass ring, yellow diamonds, that's a carat 21, I believe, if I'm in memory. Yes, carat 22 actually. Carat 22 in the yellows, 43 points in the white. That is a total of a carat 65 in this ring. In platinum, this one is the gold. That's going to be that 14 karat gold in tanzanite. That one's the 357 Museum Reserve. That's the most affordable Museum Reserve ring we have, by the way. That has the 2 big 9-point diamonds, 1 on each side. And then there's the blue zircon in 14K as well. Choose your gold color on either of those rings, center or right side. That is the 485 zircon with 73 points in diamonds, and everything up here is under $2,000. It's $19.99 for the yellow diamond ring, $19.99 for the zircon ring, and $16.99 for the tanzanite. And don't forget, we still have the bracelet and some great earrings for you as well. So that's just my recap of what we have left in rings from our number 1. So there's your chance to get it, and they're all under $2,000. So again, $19.99 left side. The tanzanite is $16.99 in the middle. I know that was gone, so if you're thinking, wait a minute, I thought that sold, it did, but it got swapped out for something else. So it is back, available to 1 caller only here, and then you've also got the $19.99 in the blue zircon, and we'll give it 60 seconds, and that'll take us to our top of the hour. And hour number 2 is about to kick off with a really, really cool value, and we're gonna show it to you next. So that is on the way, and stick around. If you want a round blue zircon and you're okay with some pink diamond action, look at that. I know how many of us crave the rounds in the zircon. Well, there it is, with pink diamonds and white diamonds in that bridge mounting. So we will see that coming up shortly. How about in 1 minute? We'll see that coming up. And oh, one more thing before we go. Yes, Jess. Thank you. The diamond bracelet is verifying. So that's a good call there. And then, of course, diamond earrings. Don't forget about those. We had the diamond hoops by request. We had the butterfly earrings by request. And we also had the rubies with the great little chain. Oh, thank you so much. You know what? Real quick before we go, I think I've got a minute to spare here. So let me show you. Obviously, those three are hanging out. And I don't know how the tanzanite $16.99. This one's $16.99 right there. $357 Museum Reserve. Amazing piece. Let's go ahead and move right along because I'm going to show you something that is last call. And for those of you that like curb links, and maybe you want a pinky ring, or you're looking for something outstanding in gold, or you want something with a little high style, or any gift idea in diamonds that looks like a big center stone, here it is. 112-3149. It's last call on this one. It's only yellow gold, and we have just the one. And this is, I'm obviously a fan of it because it is reminiscent to me of Curb Link, which also I think reminds a lot of us of my links collection that I've done here, which is so exciting. The links collection actually made an appearance over the weekend by request. It was so much fun. So we've got to revisit those. But here's our 28 point. It's going to stay in yellow gold. That's the only caveat here. It's got to stay in the yellow gold. It's a beautiful curb link, but then it looks like a big diamond solitaire. And hey, everybody, welcome to the show. It's now the top of the hour. I just want to go ahead and send this out before we get into our official top of the hour. And then we'll talk schedule because we're here a little early. But that's going to be the new norm, so we'll talk about that. So you're up to speed on what's happening at TVON because there have been a lot of big developments. But this is our 28 point. In the white diamond ring, of course, that's a cluster of 7. And it's going to have the curb link on the sides, and it's yellow gold, but we'll size it. So ring finger all the way to pinky to thumb, wherever you want to wear it. But it really does look like a solitaire when it's on, and it's under $1,000. But not $999 or $888 or $777 either. It's not even $699. That is, seriously, that looks like a 1.5 carat round brilliant diamond solitaire in the middle. And I so want this ring, so put this on my list with the yellow diamond bypass. And I'll make this one $599. And there's only one and it's in yellow. And then let me know what size you need and we'll make sure that it arrives ready to wear. So here we are, and big top of the hour on the way. Let me know if you like the curb link ring back up close here so you can see those beautiful VS diamonds put together to look like one nice looking big solitaire. That, no, you would never get a solitaire for $599 like that, but awfully nice to see it there. All right, so let me know who's got that, and then we've got earrings and pendants from the show that are still available. If you have any questions about hour number 1, let me know what you're thinking about so we can help you. And then there's more. Don't forget, I'm so thrilled with everything that went out in the first hour. How exciting, a lot of great new pieces. And don't forget, holiday time is upon us. So if there is something you're looking for the holidays, when we do all the customizations we do, better late or better really shop early than you even think you might need to. I would love to send you out a piece on December 23rd, but getting it sized and in your gold color might be more difficult if you wait till the last second. So to ensure holiday delivery of your favorite jewelry pieces, make sure you're shopping these early parts of December. And I know that's hard for me to say because you will never meet a better leader of the procrastination nation than I am. I am I'm a serious procrastinator, and it's just in my nature. I think it's from doing live TV my whole life. I think that I work best under pressure, and I do, and some of us do, and that's okay. Not knocking the procrastinators of the world. I am one of you, but I think around here, if you're thinking about great jewelry, you got to shop on the early side just so we can ensure that we have time to do all those customizations you like and want and need while still getting it to you in plenty of time to wrap it up, put a bow on it, and put it where it needs to go. So here we are. So that's the curb link, $599. Hey, everybody, welcome to the show. It's Wednesday. I know we're here a little bit earlier than normal, but welcome to our new schedule. So if you haven't heard, because I know we did a lot of talking about this last week, but judging on the response from hearing from so many over the last 2 days, I don't think y'all are aware of the new schedule. So let me tell you what's happening here. We've added 4 shows to our weekly schedule, okay? We used to have 5. We've added 4. We have 9 shows. They're all on TV. They're all online. Every single one of them, including Friday, is on television now nationwide. So also, there was a time change for our shows. So it's now Monday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, 5 to 8 Pacific, 8 to 11 Eastern. It moved up our show 2 hours. Start time. Tuesday, we have a show now. It's on from 7 to 10. And then the weekends, 2 shows each day. So I'll be with you at my normal time slot that I've done for 8+ years at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I get you for 3 hours in the morning, and then we've got a show in the evenings as well, 5 to 8. So that's really what to keep in mind. Again, it's all on our website. It's everywhere you need. Check your emails if you want. If you're a registered shopper, you probably have an email with our new schedule and a heads up there. But this is the time to get in on your favorite items. Like I said, holiday shopping in full swing here. It's already December 4th. So we've got a great big top of the hour. The curb link ring I'm going to show you one more time, just in case you just tuned in. Here it is. That's $599. Then I'm going to show you the blue zircon part 2. We've got a round that's coming up that looks amazing. So we'll do that next. And it's brand new for right now. So that'll be on the way. And then if you like the curb link ring, please holla at me. And by the way, if you're an aqua fan, look at this. That's an aqua. That's an aqua that is pretending to be a museum caliber blue diamond. But let's take a look at this. Here, I know, a little surprise here, a little extra element added to the design, and I can't think of anything more unexpected, but pretty. Really works. Item number is 112-6676. Call me on the link ring if you like it. And then here we are with hour number 2 of 3. Remember, we started an hour ago, so we are just about to embark on our last 2 hours here tonight. So I know it's going to take some adjusting to, but we're glad to have you. And here we are with our 150 in the Cambodian blue zircon, 99 points. Now here's the thing I always chuckle about. This is a mounting that has clearly natural pink diamonds in the halo, in a bridge, and yeah, those are all white diamonds under it and around it. But there is absolutely no reference on this information about a pink diamond. And you know how we do. Usually we will separate the pink diamond weight and the white diamond weight from each other so you know exactly what you're getting either way, because pink diamonds aren't priced the way white diamonds are. It's a fact. This is where it's all put together as just 99 points. The pink diamonds are not separated. That means they're not priced any differently. It means you're going to save. It's like having pink diamonds for no extra charge, which I can't think of anywhere else that would have that scenario play out. So you're getting 99 points of pink and white together. We've got the blue zircon, where I can attest to this, taking hundreds and hundreds of requests a week. It's the blue zircon that's popular. It's usually the round that is most in demand. So here it is. And that up close shows you it's not just the details of the way the halo sits between those outer rows, but this is a great view and something you'll appreciate as you wear it. As you look down at your hand, the way that halo and zircon are elevated. And it also shows you, how about that Q-lit, and how about what it's doing, radiating that neon like blue raspberry glow underneath it to the diamonds beneath, and they run all the way through one side to the other. And then you've got that ultra neon pop of blue. There is something about the rounds. And if you cannot decide, I'm going to just go ahead and put it out there. You need a zircon in a round. Best way you can go about it, best way you can do it. We're going to get you great value here. Actually, better yet, I've been pricing things for an hour and 6 minutes. I'll take a break. And you get to choose, because all I see on this bag is $48.88 lowest. I'm still in sale mode. So here's what I'm going to do instead of having you spend nearly $5,000 to get this ring, where there's no differential between the pinks and the whites. So I know you're paying less at that price than you should, because they didn't actually stipulate the pink diamond pricing there. That's important to remember. So it's like, don't worry about paying extra, because you're not. And we're going to do an auction for you, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun and a great way to kick off hour number 2 on this Wednesday night. It's not going to be $48 or $45 or $4,000. Want to see who's out there, want to give you a break, want to give you a deal, want to make sure that we can put the ease back into jewelry shopping, right? The detail and all the design, sure, all there. But let's also make it affordable, give you a great value, give you something you'll love and have that's different than what everybody else has. Now, zircon is going to put you in that category alone, I have a feeling. But to have the mounting be as statement making as this is, it's not going to be $35 or $3,000, or tell you what, not even going to be, I was really thinking about $2,500, but let's take it that extra mile, give you the value you want. Here it is on the hand. This is one of the most comfortable bridge. I always say this is our mid-size bridge. There is one that goes wider and a little taller. There are a couple that are a little smaller. This is that mid-size that I think is the easiest, most comfortable of all to wear, even though they all are. I would never bring you something that's not comfortable. There are pieces I reject because they're not comfortable on. I don't ever want to convince you to buy something no matter how good it looks, no matter how much you love the look. I don't want you to have to suffer through wearing an uncomfortable piece. And there are sometimes pieces that are made that just get a little wonky, and therefore they might not be super, super, fun to wear. I need it to be fun to wear and fun to look at. I want it to be fun to collect. I want it to be all the things. And you know what we're going to do? Instead of even $25, got no action at that. Let's make it even better. How about $2,000 to get this blue zircon started tonight? When we're talking about one of our best, one of our ultimate high levels, 1.5 carats is a good size. That's the round we love. 99 points, where again, no separation between the pink and the white. It's all just 99 points. So pink diamonds as a huge extra, and the rose gold they're set in, are no extra charge to you at all. And we are looking for $2,000 to get it going. So let's try it one more. You know what? Before we do that, just to make things interesting, I told you I'm still in sale mode, and we haven't had a chance to do too many auctions of late. Let's make this even more interesting than 2,000. Come on over and take a look. It is so beautiful. And the way the yellow or the pinks just kind of soften the bright neons of the blue, that's what works so well. How about 19, 18, 17, 16? I really want to make this interesting. $1,500 to start with a $10 increment only. That's how we're going to do that zircon. In the very decadent, very high end, and we don't think about labor all the time. We don't always think about what it takes to actually craft these pieces. But this one is a complex one that takes a lot more when it comes to that fabulous, fabulous design. It takes a lot more work, takes a lot more time to create that. And essentially, it's like having literally 4 different pieces of jewelry all fused as one. Great finishing on the inside. Look at how wide. We don't mess around on those back of the rings. Look at how thick and solid that is. Oh, hey, Kathy. Well, Kathy, I was always picturing your name spelled with a K, so I'm glad that now I see it spelled with a C. So I know the difference between you and some of our other Kathys who go Kathy K, and then we got Kathy C, so I love that. So Kathy C from Buffalo, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, exactly. That's funny. Actually, in her case, Kat, she said, got to keep peanut and doggy biscuits. You know what's funny? She doesn't even do doggy biscuits or treats of any kind because she's on prescription food. So she can't have anything but her prescription food. But that's plenty pricey. So yeah, that's true, Kathy. Thank you so much. You're so kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've got a couple verifications going on. So I didn't put a 60-second clock up. Why? I was pretty confident we were going to get this one started. Let's see. I think we may have it going now. And then of course we can, try to make this quick. I know we've been kind of out of auction mode for a while, so it's going to take a minute to come on back. But $1,500, what a value for even just 1.5 carats zircon if it were just sitting there loose, just twirling on the wheel all on its own. But the pink diamonds, the white diamonds, so many different facets to this ring. And I don't mean the facets of the stones. I mean the facets of the ring to build it, to make it, to create it so specialty as we have. Do we have this one started? Sounds like we may have $1,500. Maybe. Looks good. All right. So we got 15. And so far, just the open one bidder. I know, don't get discouraged because it's only a $10 increment. I do that to make it easy, right? Because rightfully, this should probably be $500 increments. Or, I mean, it is a nearly $5,000 ring, so it would probably be fair to do even $100 increments. So not a misprint, we're doing 10, like I like to do. And hopefully the idea is if you just missed it, they open by a couple seconds, it still doesn't, put you backwards financially that far to come on in and bid nonetheless. So take a look at it, $1,500. And Tim, you've got the open, right? Is that right? I can't tell, we've got a couple other people on the phone lines, but I think it's you. Okay. That's it? Should we give it I can give it a clock and then we can say bye-bye. Well, that's a lot of time to lose a lot of money on a ring, but here we are. 15, last chance, last call. Now, I would recommend it in the white and the rose. Technically speaking, you could change it to yellow, you could change it to rose all entirely. I wouldn't. I would really just think that you got the diamonds in their proper correspondence of gold, white diamonds and white gold, pink diamonds and rose gold. I think you just leave it. Again, but it's up to your discretion. That's really, again, you play jewelry designer. They always say, I'm not a jewelry designer, I just play one on TV. Well, I am a jewelry designer and we have great designers, and That's the beauty of it, is if you're not, because that's our expertise, so you don't need to be. That's what I love about, you know, television shopping, I think, is one of the coolest, really the coolest way to shop for great jewelry, because jewelry shopping, especially in fine, can be really intimidating because there's just so much out there. And, you know, you can go to school for years and years and years, like, you know, leave it to the experts who have, like myself, to, you know, again, to learn exactly the ins and outs of quality and origin and cutting and all those things that hopefully we just kind of streamline it, make it really easy to know how to shop for great quality and give you the great values. But that's the beauty of it. You all have your expertise in what you do in life and what you've chosen to do for your careers, but we can be your experts in jewelry that bring those great, you know, all the news and all the breaking news and all those details, everything you really need to know about a great piece of jewelry by just hopefully sitting back at home and, you know, enjoying the show, right? And that's the beauty of, I think, again, this format as a way to shop for great jewelry. We're giving it a 2-minute clock. So if we have no other bids, Tim, who is it over there with the open? Lisa, where's she calling from? Arizona. Lisa, well, we can have it right out to you. I assume she likes it in the rose and the white just like it is. If she gets it, we do have a final now, 100 seconds to get you in. But dial in on the early side and then let us know if you have any requests as well. We'll help you out with those. I do have an extraordinary opal wheel tonight. A really, really, really good opal wheel. It's a whole wheel of big opals in platinum that are all a little bit different, and I think you're really gonna enjoy it. So if you're an opal lover and you love the Lightning Ridge, stick around. We've got 4 examples and they're all on massive discount. So we're gonna do a little opal blowout. But here we are. Well, Lisa, I think it's looking good. No challengers. Final minute 10. That's it. Last call. Anybody else? Don't forget about our heart-shaped yellow diamond. Any requests you have, get those in. We had a number of requests in hour number 1. Would love to get to those. We will see a diaspore that color changes. We will see a blue wing black D. And we do have a major yellow diamond tonight that's over 1.5 carats. But look at this. That's the tanzanite that's still up and coming. That is museum reserve emerald cut, but not over the top in size. It's big, but it's not going to be the 15 and the 20 carats that I've mostly been showing you for the last couple months, because that's really all we have. So we'll get to the opal wheel next, and then we have 2 different paraibas to show you that are both on the more affordable side tonight. And then we would love requests, because quite frankly, I got plenty of time for your requests as well. So it's anything you need to see, but our last 25 seconds, hey, I think it's going to Arizona. That's pretty cool. Well done. Cool piece. Love that. I mean, I think about the desert. I think about all the beautiful color palettes of nature in desert areas and how that's going to stand out, right? That's a beautiful color palette, but they are so many of those neutrals and those really, you know, earth tones. I love that pop of blue is going to be like the pool you would see at the resort when you want to just dive in when it is 125 degrees outside. So that's that color we love. Congrats, that one's gone. Let's get to it. We've got a really, really fabulous opal wheel. I'm going to start with there's a standout here. And I mean, this one is the only of the blues and the greens. So if that's your primary, that's what you love the most, is the blues and the greens, great. We've got a choice for you, and it is large. There's a little bit of red, but just it's more subtle. The rest of the stones I'm going to have are going to be those traditional play of color where they're not playing. It's raucous. Look at this. That one, lots of yellows and greens, but these are the 3. They're going to have all the colors, so whatever stands out most on TV, just rest assured, the 3 in the background here are going to be all the different colors. But see how this is more of a purple blue base? This is really hard to tell. I wouldn't actually categorize that as one base color or another, because it's got such a nice balance of all the colors. And here's the elongated, biggest look. Now that's not always something we can say. We're always going to be aware that sometimes carat weights differ from what it looks like. But check it out. All 3 of these, they're all black opals out of Lightning Ridge, Australia. And yet you've got different shapes, very roval here, classic oval, and then more of an elongated oval in the back. But again, what do you like? And they're all really classical in the mountings, mostly halos. The one in the back center has a little bit more of just that side detail. We didn't want to get over the top since the stone is so elongated. We kind of left it a little more simply stated here, where you have diamonds either side. But here's what we're going to do. I told you there's an opal blowout. These are some of our biggest and best. We're going to walk you through carat weights. I know they're already large visually, but remember, the carat weights are not going to always be what you'd expect. And that's why I wanted to give you a look at them before we get into the carat weights, so you can really appreciate how big they are and how that works, where being that they are less dense, okay? For people say they're more dense, they're not. They're less dense. That is why you get, when you have a lesser density, you get a bigger look than the carat weight. Because why? Lesser density, they're very, almost think of it like buoyant, because they are water-based. You know how when you float in water, we were just talking about pools and pool water blue and all that. Well, When you have, again, we can kind of like float in water, right? And you think, how's that possible? We're human beings and we're able to float in water. That's where, again, think about it like that way. If you need a little mnemonic to think about, is that these are water-based, so that's why they're less dense. So that's why you get that look like they're larger when they weigh. There are other stones like zircon that we just had, back to back. The zircon is more dense, so that one looks smaller than it weighs. That's the truth about zircons. They're one of the few that is more dense. This is less dense. So keep that in mind. That's why when I walk you through these carat weights, it's not an illusion. They are going to look quite a bit bigger, and that's a good thing. So here's what we have for all your platinum. Yes, they're all platinum opals. So this is going to be, yes, Australian Ridge across the board, platinum across the board. We have a 328 in the back. That's that really elongated stone with the baguettes on the sides, and that's going to have 36 points in diamonds. So 328 on the back. Your largest one is actually going to be, well, I'm excited to tell you that the one over here on the right is going to be the largest in carat weight. That's the 446 with 68 points in diamonds. Got a mix of the baguettes and the only as your halos. This is going to be the 219, which gives you the blues and greens, 61 points in rounds. And then over here, that real purple blue base, that's going to be the 291, 49 points in diamonds. So the big question is, which one do you love? Which one is your favorite? Which one are you enjoying? And all you have to do is tell us, because they're all one-of-a-kinds, opals always are. No two opals ever going to look exactly alike. And to that end, none of these opals are going to look quite like they do on TV. They're going to look better. That's the beauty of it. All that color, and that's the thing. Sometimes you have to say, well, the opal doesn't look like much on TV. And then you get it home and you realize it's amazing. These already look fantastic. But again, this is the harshest light you can have them in. So for them to look this good when they're in and under a bright light environment, they're going to look better at home. And they're not going to, well, here's the best part. And call me with your favorites early. If you want an opal, which is October's birthstone, you got to have one of these. They're the best of the best. Yes. Sharon likes the front center. She loves the blues and the greens. Let me try it on for Sharon. And that's going to be item number 1126051. Take a look at that. That's going to be a really good one. So Sharon, that's going to be the 219. Obviously doesn't look it. That looks like about, I mean, we usually say double. That looks like a 6 or 7 carat stone. So it looks triple the size, 61 points in diamonds on that one. They all stay in platinum. They have to stay as they are, but we will size them for you. And that one may be gone. They are supposed to be $69.99 and greater. Not a single one of them is going to be even the lowest common denominator, $69.99. Come on in and let me know, Tim and Jason, which ones you like. Because remember, first caller gets the one. I mean, that's how we got to make it fair. First come, first served. They're nowhere near this price tag, yes. Absolutely. Here's the back. So we have through, this is true and true opal through and through. True and true through and through. And you said the right side as well, Tim. Here you go. So we're going to leave them always purposely open, so you have full beautiful light showing the play of color and also seeing that they're natural through and through and double-sided. That one I love. I just love that one. I also love this one because it gives you such a big look. Anyway, they're not even going to be $69. I think they might be going at $69.99. Yes. No, because well, that's just a matter of if they have, so not all black opals have to have a black base. Usually if you see that, that's usually called a doublet or a triplet. If you see a solid piece in the back, that's actually not the best stone in the world. So guys, keep in mind, if you see matrix, that's where they leave a little host rock. These are polished really well. They didn't leave host rock, at least on the two we showed you. Host rock is when you see what looks like a little bit of like paper mache or cement behind it. That's where they leave a little host rock. They don't always bother polishing completely the backside of an opal. If you're seeing layers of deep, dark, some other material, those are called doublets and triplets. Usually a lot of opals, to really give a better color, they'll put a backing behind it. Just the same way that if I put a black piece of construction paper or black velvet behind these, they would look even darker because there would be something behind it. But if you're looking for the best of natural through and through, you don't want doublets and triplets. You want natural through and through like these are. So let's bring you a great value. Which one do you like? The front one too. Okay, so Sharon's got her eye on that one. So that one's going to have, you see, it's a more blue-based stone and a little less transparent. So you see there. And then what other one? We didn't show the back of this one yet. So there it is. All through and through, double-sided. They just, again, it's a cabochon. So it's domed in the front, flat in the back. Here's what I'll do. I am not going to do even, guys, we're going to make this so easy. I know they could go at 69 or 59 or 49, and you're shopping a value. You're shopping a deal. We're going to make it better than that. right now, right here. You got to call quickly. Let me know which one, operators. Once you decide, left, right, center, back, whatever you want, it's going to be gone. Not even 39, or these are the ones to get. I have never made opals of this size in that color so affordable. If they had no color, fine. But the fact that these have some of the very best color you're ever going to see, and they're priced this way, is unlike anything we've witnessed before, and they're not even going to be $2,999. These are the best of Australia's Lightning Ridge, which, you know, you don't get much out of there anymore. That's really, it's like, it seems like everything out of Australia is closing, right? We had the Argyle mine that made such headlines, and everybody still talks about to this day, where we got all the great fancy colored diamonds. Now we're looking at opals being so scarce. It's not going to be 29. What about $1,999 per ring? Done deal. Or I can go even lower than that, and we really send them out, because I want to treat you, as I say, take it out to dinner when you get it. Take it out to dinner on me. Dinner on Lauren tonight. Let's go. I'm going to make them $1,888, whichever one you want, and all four will be gone. And the good news is, I think if your first choice goes, you got a second choice and a third choice and a fourth choice, because they're all so amazingly decadent, and they are huge sizes, and they're $1,888, and they're in platinum with diamonds and baguettes and rounds, or sometimes both, or sometimes just the rounds. You decide which one you like. I'm giving them 60 seconds, then we got to roll, because that is where we're taking massive opals and truly blowing them out. Now, Tim, did you decide which one of them you like? Okay, so we've got, again, oh, yes, Jess. You're talking about this one? Yes. You got it. That's my personal favorite as well, and I'm going to try it on really quick, because we didn't do that yet. And that one's going to be, item number, Jess, for you is 1126036, and it's already a better look just seeing it on the hand, where it is a little darker than where you see it up close. So that's automatically a better view. Still not quite as good as it's going to look when you see it in person, but better. Here's our last call on the last three that are available, and yep, she just took the biggest one in the carat weight, but again, that doesn't mean it's the biggest in the visual. This would be the largest visual that you get. That's still a 3 carat 28. Then we have the blue green, which is going to be the that's going to be the 219, and then we have the other, which has that real purple base, but all the colors, and I love that it almost has like a brush stroke pattern to it, and they're all $1,888 a piece. Let me know which one you like. We got to move. Got to go. We're not waiting on pieces to go, because, you know, we got a lot of show here, and just not a lot of time. When I say show, we got a lot of jewelry. We just don't have a lot of time. So that's going to be crucial. So let me know, 1888, which one you like on this Wednesday night. Happy to be with you. Glad you're here. Again, new schedule. We're already halfway through the show. So if you just showed up going, oh my gosh, what's happening? We're halfway through, and we only have literally 95 minutes left in the show on this Wednesday, and this schedule will be the same on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So keep that in mind. 5 to 8, no longer 7 to 10. Okay, let me know, Jason, do you need any of those? Okay, it's our last call. I know we got to move on. Yes. Sure. For who? Thank you, Janice. Very kind of you to say that. That's really nice. That's very sweet, Janice. Thank you. Here it is for you, Janice. Janice in Arkansas, we're going to have it right out to you. There's your 4 carat 46 on its way to you as soon as we size that for you. Unless you need a 7, it's ready to go. But if you need it sized, we'll size it and ship it right out to you. You'll have it in no time. Thank you, Janice, so much, and appreciate your kindness. Take a look at our 3 left, and we're still verifying on all 3, by the way. So Tim and Jason and Andy are all trying to decide which one. I got 3 callers, and we got 3 rings. So I hope it works out, and everybody gets their favorite. But you got to call really quickly. And then what do you say? Should we get to the big aqua? That's the big aqua that I think somebody's got to have, and I wish we had a dozen of them, but we don't. We have 1. So we'll show that next. And then our bottom of the hour, we got paraiba, and I still have a big old tanzanite coming your way in a 557. Check this out. That is my ideal. And I like it for, dare I say, everyday wear, because it's not the 15 or the 20 carat. I really like to glamour it up. I'm not going to wear a 20 carat tanzanite every day. I like to be in the 5 carat range for everyday wear, and that's what we're going to bring. So last call on the opals. All right, coming up, got to move. There's a great big value on a tanzanite pendant as well if you like a square cushion. I just want to flash this because it's one of the more important pieces we've ever brought, ever, on our show, like ever. And I mean, sapphires are great. We don't see many blue sapphires because we're very particular about our quality. And most blues are just too dark and too inky and too navy and too opaque. This one is ideal. Yet it's also a rare heart shape. And it's also a 4 carat plus. And it's also a markdown that I think is going to get it out the door here tonight. 112-4742. I have had so many of you asking about this and talking about it, and it's really well suited because it's the great mounting to go with the great stone that somehow, some way, it takes a 408 heart shape in 18 karat gold, and somehow the mounting and the ring are even just so grand. It's really well suited. It reminds me of, obviously, ribbons in motion. It looks like ribbons in motion around it. It's all 18 karat gold. It's a 408 heart shape. It's got a major diamond weight at 158, but it's also Sri Lankan cornflower blue, and is it ever. Bright as can be, not too dark, no opacity at all. We will not tolerate opacity. It can't be if it's going to be on our show. And that's why we don't see a lot of sapphires. It really is limited. Hey, Marge. That's fine. Well, she says, Lauren's in the house. Yes. I love that. In the house. Lauren's in the house. Yep. Guys, I think there was a lot of panic the last couple of days, at least from a lot of people I heard from. I'm with you guys every Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday mornings. I just moved from Monday. I basically switched my Monday and Friday. So I'm here, and 5 days a week with you, 5 shows a week, every Monday night, Thursday night, Friday night. But remember, we did change those times. So 5 to 8 now. We're halfway through our show. And then Saturday and Sunday mornings, I'll be with you at the same exact time, 10 to 1. That's all Pacific, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific time. So, hey, Marge, thank you so much, you guys. You guys really know how to make a girl feel good, let me tell you. So thank you all. Mwah. So kind and cracking me up a little bit. I have received a lot of funny messages in the last couple of days. So anyway, so happy to be here. Wednesday night, as usual. Take a look, just a little earlier than the norm. I have been more entertained the last couple of days than I could even ever imagine by you guys, our customers. So thank you for that. Thank you. And it was great to have a couple days off. I did. A lot of you might remember I used to have Monday and Tuesday off, so I went back to that so I can get a little time to get away on occasions here and there and go see some family and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to shift that around back to the olden day schedule before we took Fridays off the air. So anyway, we're back on Fridays too on TV. So that's, if you're wondering about Friday, it's no longer online only, it's on TV too. So make sure and join me for that. But here is a great piece that I want to share with you probably for the last time, because $27,999 has gone to the wayside. We've changed it up. We've switched it up. We've done everything. And you know what? We're going to make this a really easy deal. Stays in the white gold. That's the only caveat here, is it's got to stay. And even the mounting itself is really consistently bringing the design and the gorgeous dimension all the way around. So you're mounting, it's almost from this angle looks floral, doesn't it? The way those individual diamonds stick out, almost like the stamen of a floral when you have the pear shapes and large rounds. Here's what it looks like on the hand. And we're gonna make this one, and by the way, I know, and I have a large hand, but smaller fingers. So I do want to point out, this is going to be probably, for most, it's going to be wider than your finger is itself, but they thought of that and they set it up a little higher. So you don't need to worry, but it is a bigger piece. And it's no longer even $20,000 or $15,000. And my, oh my, was I shocked. We brought it under $10,000 and we'll get it out for $99.99. First caller, yes. Oh, that's sweet. Janice, thank you. Merry Christmas early to you. Although not that early, we're only like 20 days away, which is hard for me to even comprehend. Really, it's a little bit fascinating, but yeah, that late Thanksgiving. You knew the holidays would sneak up on us faster than ever before with that late Thanksgiving this year. But here we go. So that one, speaking of, very present-like, very ribbon-like, very festive. It looks festive. It looks like a celebration every day, and I think jewelry is just that. Jewelry should be a celebration every day, and that's why whatever speaks to you. If it speaks to you, you own it. If it speaks to you from a level of whether it's the stone, whether the mounting, hopefully it's everything. Hopefully it's the whole package deal. If it speaks to you, those are the pieces you should invest into because you can't really put a price on rarity like this, but you can't put a price on what makes you really just thrilled and happy and joyous to face every day, because you know we need those things, right? I mean, life is not easy. We need jewelry sometimes to lift us up, right? And you know what makes you happy, and whatever that is. For some people, it's jewelry, right? Let's take a look at this. This is going to be our gorgeous aqua. I've been waiting and figuring a couple of flashes here and there. Somebody would be, you know, knocking down the door here to own it. We're going to make this really simple and easy here. It is 112-6311, and it's fabulous material, no doubt about it. But it's also going to be our 443, and it is, did I say 6311, or did I just get ahead of myself because I'm really excited about the 443 square cushion? Look a little closer at the double halos. That is perfect Sierra Santa Maria blues. It is the most fabulous, the most amazing, the most breathtaking. I've maybe never seen aqua. If you haven't hung out too much with the Sierra Santa Marias, it'd be really tough to find an aqua that gives you even a fraction of this color. And the Carat 30 in diamonds is amazing. And we're gonna make it a whole lot better than the $69.99 price tag it should be. And don't forget about that sapphire, but we're gonna get to that. I think the tanzanite, it's gonna be coming up at the top of the hour. We're gonna do that at 7 o'clock Pacific time. That's 27 minutes from now. So if you are eyeing that emerald cut, it's coming. And then we've got this fabulous piece. It's one only. Blowout time is here. Let's make it under 49. You know what, skip it. 39 it's not gonna be. 29 it's not gonna be. This is the one to own. And I know I've done tanzanites in this mounting. They've been exciting because it's classic. But it's taking that square cushion, an unusual, unorthodox cut because it's very wasteful. And the last thing you would ever want to do with precious mined out material is waste any of it. They did it, and look at the effect. It was worth it. The effect you get, it's almost like looking at an Asher cut, but it's got that more rounded corner, but it still has a semblance of a step facet to it. So it's a very unique modified cushion square, and it's only going to be $2,499. Best aqua I've got is right there. And of course, a one only. That's the problem. And then we're going to get to some giftables. I'm going to make sure. So I'm a big fan of, you know, making holiday shopping easy if it can be. And I love the fact that as someone who's fairly, you know, pretty busy, I like when, you know, late at night, not a weeknight, on a random December 4th on a Wednesday, you could do some holiday shopping and really do it pain-free, because we're going to have some great giftable ideas here. And every show that I'm going to do with you up until Christmas time, which we actually are here on Christmas night because I believe it is a Wednesday, so that would put us only a few weeks away from tonight, like 3 weeks, okay, no panic, but 3 weeks from tonight is Christmas. So, and we'll be here. So that's the cool thing as well. I guess I will, being a Wednesday. So, but there we go. So that's where, again, we've got 3 weeks leading up to the big day, and that's Hanukkah as well. So here's the deal. Every show I'm with you, I'm going to make sure that we have giftable ideas in fine jewelry. Not like a giftable that's something else, like some trinket, an actual fine jewelry item that's still giftable. So that's going to be my mission here. Every show, I do it every holiday season, and I'll make sure we continue that trend and tradition tonight. So let's get that to you here. I want to show you this really, really rare. This could be it. I've got a couple options here that feel a bit celestial. We had this design the other day with zircon, and was it ever popular? But the problem was it was gone, and then we never saw it again because it was gone so quickly. I have got a fabulous mandarin garnet round. This is a pendant. I'm holding it by the bail, so the bail will be right over here. So it's actually going to be, the mandarin's going to be at the base of the piece. And it's a round, and it's item number 112, 6496. It's a 1.5 carat mandarin garnet, first thing. It's got a diamond on the other side, second thing. It looks like the crescent moon, done in gold, all mirror finish, but with those bigger stones as well. One diamond, one mandarin, and all rounds. Love it. The mandarin is a 1.5 carat, the diamond is a 1-pointer. Now we've got to make sure it's affordable and celestial looks, take it or leave it, but it's hot right now. And I don't mean to say we all just need to follow trends, but there is something happening. It's been happening for years now, where these crescent moons and these star designs and some of the more unorthodox stars have really been very popular. And this is white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. And we know how unbelievably rare mandarin garnet is. Let me show it from a distance here so you can see. And it's not going to lay the same on a tweezer as it will on your chain that you have at home, but this is what it looks like. And so you can see the diamond right up top here on that side, the mandarin on the other, and then of course all that mirror finished gold. Here's the length you're going to get, and then I'll be sure and put it on the neckline for you if that helps. And you've got just about 7/8 of an inch from top to bottom there, and then we'll show it on the neckline so you can see what that's going to look like from a distance. A standout. Mandarins of the best quality are just that. Bright, neon, beautiful, and intense. And that's exactly what you're getting. It doesn't fade away. It's never going to look like a citrine. I love a citrine, don't get me wrong, but that is supposed to be a different color. Citrines are a little more muted. They can be a little more golden, a little more honey color. This is supposed to be a neon bright. I always like to think it was discovered in the 90s and Mother Nature was on trend. Because remember the 90s? They were all about neons. I remember I was an adolescent in the 90s, so I remember the 90s, and I fully embraced the neon trend, as you probably can imagine. I loved a bright neon and all the great trends of the 90s, which, by the way, are back. But the point is, that's how you differentiate what's a good mandarin. Because there are mandarins that look a little more brown or a little bit more muted. They're usually ones that aren't so clean, because some stones just give you clarity and others don't. This one it can struggle a bit on the clarity front. This one is not. Take a look at it. It's not going to be even $9.99. I want to make sure we light up these phone lines, give you something giftable as well. Maybe give you something just a little unexpected and on trend. And it's not even $888 or $777. I'm blowing out prices. We're making everything affordable. That's my goal always. Let's make it $699 only. If you'd like to try our newest Mandarin garnet with that celestial design, and with that diamond as well, white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold. Don't forget about my big heart-shaped yellow diamond as well. We got a big heart shape. We got the big paraiba still to come. We have the tanzanite at the top of the hour. Oh, is that ever going to just blow you away for the 557 we're going to bring out? And that, again, if you haven't seen it, there it is with all its reds showing up, and then about good carat and quarter in diamonds. So you're going to get a really good mounting for that one as well, classic as can be. So we've got a couple paraibas. There's one I'm not a fan of. I don't think it's the value that the other one is, because the other one is way more size. Let me show you what I mean. I've got one paraiba here, and keep calling on the Mandarins will help you out. I got to keep moving because we got a lot of jewelry in an hour and 20 minutes. And trust me, it feels weirder for me than it does for you guys. I've worked 23 years, starting every night show I've ever done at 7. So it feels weird to me too. So I know it's going to take an adjustment period. We're starting a little on the early side, but here we are with the great paraiba, which is 112-6436. Here's what I love about it. It's a round and it's got a great blue-green. And it's a diamond, weight of a carat. But here's the deal. I also have, well, let me complete the thought. This is $99.99 for this ring. And granted, it's 18 karat gold, but it's a 74-point paraiba round with a carat or 2 in diamonds. And it looks beautiful. But it's also $99.99. So there's a lot of folks that would say, lovely ring, but $99.99, I'll pass. Thanks, but no thanks. Let me show you option number 2, which is a much larger stone. Has a little more green blue, but not green. We've seen green stones that look more like a lime green. That's not what you're getting here. This is still a green blue. It's got a green and a blue mix. I would say 60-40 green to blue, respectively. It's going to be not $99.99. That's why I wanted to bring this out. This is 112-6589. And it's a carat 14. In the paraiba you see there, it has a mix of bezels and pave diamonds throughout. It's a very new mounting for us. We've only had it one time before. And it's 75 points in diamonds. I know it leans a little bit. Forgive me. It's just going to sit not even on the wheel because it's got those little spikes, if you will. And I don't mean spikes like, you know, edgy punk rock, black, you know, like leather jackets on a motorcycle. I don't mean that. I mean little beautiful star-like points that are on each and every one of those offshoots there between your diamonds. It's all just expanding out. And then we still give you diamonds on the side. It's in white gold now, but you can change it. And this is the issue. The last one was a 74-pointer, and it was $99.99. We know that paraiba importance is so much based on size. This is one of the rare stones that we bring you that is up and over, well over a carat in size, giving you blues and greens together, still blended. And then you get the fabulous look of having one of our newer diamond mountings with 75 points. You're getting 3/4 of a carat. It's a lot of diamonds and a lot of workmanship. There's a lot of workmanship that goes into this ring. And I know it's newer, so again, you may be seeing it for the first time. Lovely. I think the first time we had it was with a tanzanite, I do recall. And that was it. Haven't seen it since. Here's your chance to pick it up. And because we're looking at $99.99 on the 74-pointer, and you're getting a full, about 1/3 of a carat more, that makes a difference. That's why this one should be $11,999 on a good day. We're just going to go wild here, and I know we have, again, kind of bringing everybody in, adjusting to our new time here. So take a look. Got a little extra leeway here to make sure that we welcome you in the most grand fashion we know how by saying, welcome on in with a better value. And maybe, just maybe, the best way to get paraiba if it's escaped you to this point, because maybe it's been a little bit out of the budget. Here's what it looks like on. This is so important because it's a very, okay, it's very almost floral meets star. It's got star-like elements. It's got floral-like elements. It's not, I wouldn't say oversized. It's pretty grand, but I wouldn't say it's oversized or overwhelming on the hand at all. It is because there's enough of this daintiness with the mixture of the way the diamonds are set with that great almost little bit of like those points and those spikes and all those different things you have. I want to put it on the auction block. I want to make this easy, And I want to show you one of the greatest values, and you can change the gold and get your size and all those extras that we always do. But this is not even going to be, and I promise you, one of our better values. I've been selling paraibas since 2004. First ever do it on TV, in loose stones, in the real deal, in the copper rich. And this is where, you know, you had to be an insider. Prior to that, you had to be an insider in the trade, in the wholesale, to even have access to paraibas, copper-bearing tourmalines. And this one, not going to be even $5,000 to start. That's more than 50% off. And I don't see a big sale banner, but I am still putting every single thing on sale so that we can move them all out, get you the value you desire, give you a stone that is out of reach for a lot of people. That's, I mean, we do our best to make it affordable, but when it is one of the rarest stones in the world, and when most people who have it are holding on to it, and we're not, we're releasing it to you and at a value, there's no excuse not to get one, especially if I'm auctioning it for less than 5 or 4 or 3. Got to be real with you guys. We got to make sure this Wednesday, which again, most people won't tune in for another 17 minutes here, because Wednesday's been on forever and ever and ever, as long as we've been doing this at 7 o'clock. So here's what I'm doing. Giving you, kind of like the early bird special here, with a limited competition auction where you're not even having to spend $2,500 for the ring. Come on in, I'm trying to make a miracle happen with our paraiba, so you don't have to be without. So you can try it. See if it's for you. See if you love the neon. See what all the fuss is about. See what everyone's talking about when it comes to paraiba and neon blue greens and all the glow it gives and that lower light environment, because that's what happens. It's a lower light environment situation. Think about when you're at home, or when you're in a candlelit restaurant, or if you're in a lightly dimmed area. That's when this stone is actually at its best. And it's only something that true neon stones can talk about or boast. And that's what's happening here. So all the glow you see now makes an even bigger impact later, and it's not even going to be $2,500. We're going to blow it out. I'm trying to get these phone lines lit up. We're going to do $2,000 to start. It doesn't happen on big paraibas that are over a carat. That's what you have here. So a carat 14 of pure Mother Nature's magic here, and yet a beautiful mounting that I think is well suited for the stone itself, being as rare as it is. And it's going to be $2,000 to get it going, only a $10 ring. 60 seconds to get that one started. Come on in. Here we are, and rocking and rolling in 15 minutes with that tanzanite. So those of you who are waiting patiently for the tanzanite, thank you. It's going to be coming up at the top of the hour in 15 minutes, and we're going to really, really rock your world on that tanzanite deal. But here we are at $2,000 to open, and no open yet. So the aqua's still here, mandarin pendant if you'd like it, that sapphire heart shape, the 408 is exquisite. Make sure you get in. Now we have 30 seconds left on this one. Okay. Or we can do this one for $99.99. Let me remind you what is the 74 pointer for the $99.99 price tag. You can do that as well. So if you'd like that one, you can do it. $99.99. I thought the better value certainly rests here. I like the value better at $12,000 because you're getting such a much larger stone. But here's the deal. If anybody would like it right now, and we're just going to leave this, because again, we probably have most of our fellow shoppers are joining us still another 15 minutes from now. So let's try to make this really simple and easy, and let's just send it out right now for only $19.99 first caller. Forget the clock, forget the auction, no competition needed. We'll just say, well, there's still a bit of a competition element because you got to be first on the phone lines. But if you'd like it, $19.99, done. That's the price. That's the deal. Take it if you love it. Here it is one more time. $19.99 for the 114 out of our private collection, 60-40 green to blue. And I'm a collector of paraibas. See, I loved collecting the different varieties of color, not just the blues and the greens and the purples and the pinks, but different nuances of blues and greens together, I think is always special and important. So that's what you're getting there, with a little more green than blue, but just slightly. And that's the thing. We see a lot more of the greens where they're pure green with no blue. And that's one thing. You can also collect that material, but this is a different level. So we're going to move right along. We got a lot to do before we get to our tanzanite. Still have a yellow diamond offering. I have a one-of-a-kind quick deal on a diamond piece here. Let's see if you like this one. It kind of reminds me, again, shooting stars and florals together. 112-5976, and this one is headed on out of here, I do believe. And then again, if you need, that's my best paraiba value. Simple. And back in the day, 2004 was when I was on the air selling them loose. Of course, TVON didn't exist then. We haven't existed since about 2015, 2014, 2015, in that range. I've been here since 2016, so 8 years and a month. And actually, 8 years and a month tomorrow. So, okay. Because we kind of missed, I was out when I had my official 8-year anniversary, so maybe we'll celebrate it tomorrow. But this is where you've got the paraiba, where you can't buy that loose stone, even back in 2004. 20 years ago, a loose stone of that color with that size is going to be more than $19.99 to get it. So take a look at it again to see what we've got here for you, and then don't hesitate to call on any requests you have because we're taking those as well. This is the diamond piece. Have you guys ever seen satin finished platinum? Because it doesn't happen often, but we've got a satin finished. I feel like that's a wraparound shooting star design for your hand. So we've got that on the way. It's 112-5976. Okay, let's get to it next. The paraiba is here, but verifying. Here we go with this great pinky ring, maybe just, again, something you want to gift to somebody else, because could it be? I'm a big fan and proponent of meaningful jewelry. It's why I love my signet ring so much. It's why you guys all love the signet. We had a lot of signet rings go out on Sunday when we were together, didn't we? We had a lot of signet rings go out. If you missed it, we had a great signet ring presentation, which was probably our only presentation of it before the holiday season. So just FYI, if you need that famous signet ring, we did present it in full on Sunday if you want to refer back to it or check that out. But that's why, again, so many people love the signet ring, is it's so meaningful, being that it's customized and engraved with a monogram. This one could be about the star in your life. Who's that star in your life here? It's got that great platinum done with the satin finishing and the mirror polish as well. It's 5976 and it's 28 points in diamonds, all among your round brilliance here. And see, I think of it as a star because you have this star and then the other side looks like that little pointed maybe tail of a shooting star. And you know what a magic it is when you see one. I tend to see a lot of them, which is weird because I live in a big city, but sometimes just getting out, that's why I'm fascinated to look up to the sky when I get out of the city lights when I can, just to really see those beautiful stars and just, again, kind of think of, it kind of takes you and transports you somewhere else. But this is a one only and it's $5.99 first caller. Platinum piece for $5.99. What can I tell you? It's my little just effort to get it gone, right? And I'll try it on because it could be a pinky ring. Don't forget, we still have my high pass yellow diamond piece that I love so much that is going to be mine in an hour and 10 minutes if still here. But look at how beautiful that is there. And you see there's still a glow. There's a great sheen off the satin finishing of the platinum, but you get your 28 points in the diamonds as well, and it's $5.99. So only one there, and we'll see. Maybe Tim's got it. We'll find out here shortly, and then on our way. And if you have requests, we had a lot of them in hour number one. We'd love to hear from you. If you have a request at all, something you're looking for, let me know. But we've got a $5.99 platinum deal there. That's so cool. Did anybody get the paraiba? Okay. Who's that? Oh, really? Well, $5.99 or $1? Which is better? I'll take it to $1. And that way you can have it. I can't buy it. Our operators can't buy it. Our employees can't buy it. But here we are with 9 minutes left in the hour, and we'll just get it out the door for you. $1. Yep, $1. Can't apply a house credit. Can't take another discount because we can't pay you to take jewelry. I tried that once. I actually bought jewelry for someone on TV, and I got in trouble. So let's see who's got it. You've got it? Tim, who is it? Oh, thank goodness. It was taking a minute there. That's not normal. Who's got it? Thank you. Thank you so much, Jenny. Okay. Oh. Well, I think that proves we may not have everybody we normally have for another 9 minutes, right? And a lot of people are going to go, what do you mean you've been on for 2 hours? Anyway, Jenny, congrats. Where's she calling from, by the way? Texas. Wonderful. We got it gone. Well, something went. That's good. That makes me happy. She did it. She can still sell. By the way, let's get to it. We've got 9 minutes now until the top of the hour in that tanzanite. Thanks, Jenny, so much for being with us tonight and hearing about the new hours, the new schedule. I know it's a change, but roll with us here, and we'll still bring you the same jewelry you love. And here's what I'm going to do next. Here's going to be another fun one. Diaspore. Change in color. Take a look at this. Why not? You never know what you're going to see. It's why you can't miss a show. Here's the deal. I'm going to make this diaspore pretty easy. We're going to do 112, 65, 56. And it's a 197. I know we need to zoom back. And this is a mounting that gives me, I think, the lucky vibe. It feels a little bit like, if I were to go layman's terms on it, I would say, oh, look, it's a 4-leaf clover. But then there's the big designers out there that do this, and whether it's a big famous French luggage designer who doesn't make jewelry except for costume jewelry, or if it's a very, very well-known designer. There's a lot of this whole 4-leaf clover, even symmetrical floral look, And that's what I see, you know, somebody who adores jewelry, as I think a lot of you do. I see nothing but decadence of designer. Now that designer, as lovely as they are, doesn't do color changing diaspore. We do. It's one source. To their credit, they've got locations all over the world. Remember why a lot of big designers can't do paraibas or can't do exotic fancy colored diamonds is because they've got to have the same exact merchandise in every location worldwide, so that you could theoretically send your cousin who lives in London to their flagship store and see the same merchandise as you would see in the New York City store, as you'd see in the Los Angeles Beverly Hills store, as you'd see in the Miami or the Chicago or wherever around the world you're shopping. This is what is really difficult, because this is where we excel, bringing you stones that are not for the everyday, you've seen it before, done it before everywhere else. This is a rare one source stone, and it's color changing diaspore that goes from the golden greens you see there to a pinky lavender, and it's a 197 and it's a round. And it's got 58 points in diamonds that are in the 4-leaf look there that have that little concave nature to each of the leaves. Then it's got the bigger diamond at the intersection, and we're gonna go, let's just make this super simple. This is a rare piece. We've got a $39.99 price tag, but my whole philosophy, and has been for 8 years running, is let's just mark everything down. I'm known for, I mean, people have called me Lolo for years, and it stuck because it's Lolo with the low prices. That's kind of, again, Lauren, Lolo, low prices. It works. So we're making this one a good old-fashioned classic Lolo deal here, and we're going to go ahead and make it really simple and easy because we only have about 6 minutes till the top of the hour, and I know you're waiting on that tanzanite. We're kind of waiting for the show to really start, right? Because we're going to see, I think, a lot of new eyeballs joining us here at the top of the hour, and not going to be even $39 or $29 or $19.99. I'll give it away. I want to try it on. You get the choice of white, yellow, or rose. Why not? What color does it go best with? That's totally up to you, and you can't go wrong. There's no wrong answer. It goes with everything. Guys, are they still calling on that ring? Guys, they sold that ring. That ring is gone. It's gone. We only had one, yeah. I'll tell you what I'll do. But it's a diaspore that's going to be equally as big a value right here, right now, because it is $999. And there's a price tag we don't get to see very often. $999. That will be the one that, okay, doesn't make a lot of sense because it's a 2-carat, changes, and again, one source, there's a different source that actually creates a pink diaspore. That's a whole different deal. That one only stays in one color. This one changes from the green goldens to the pink. It's like a pinky mauve lavender. You can see little flecks of it happening here right now on the air, and we're verifying on this one in white gold, yellow gold, or rose gold, so you get to decide. And then don't forget, we have more on the way, including the big emerald cut at the top of the hour, and I am ecstatic about what I'm going to do for our, I feel like it's such an important moment in our show and in our history of TVON. In 5 minutes, I actually feel like it's a pivotal moment in our history here to really remind you of this big shift in schedule. I mean, it's a big deal when you're doing something the same for 8 years and then you change everything. So we're going to talk about that at the top of the hour. And so I really wanted to have a special piece to commemorate that moment. And so we're going to do that. Also have a really important mandarin here. The yellow diamond is here. That's the yellow diamond heart-shaped 3-carat 02. That one's here and under $20,000. So just a reference, if you missed it earlier, we didn't really bring a full presentation, but I think you've seen it a couple of times. It's a 302 heart shape. It's a VS stone, has a 142 diamond weight around it. So cheers to 444. That just sounds good to me. 444 exactly on the total weight here in one of the rarest cuts. It's all, I don't care what it is, it's rare to get a heart shape and it's rare to get a yellow diamond. So when you combine that and you have that present among a 3-carat plus stone, you're into some extreme rarity here. And the top of the hour is about to be in. We're going to bring out the tanzanite. I just wanted to give this a little look so you're familiar with it. It's amazing. It's going to be our 302. It's 18-karat gold too. We did the yellow gold setting for the yellow diamond, the white gold the rest of the way. Here it is. And it looks absolutely sensational. It's one in the world. It's item number 5686, and it's our 302 fancy cut. We have a couple other 302s, but they are not heart shapes. And this is the one that's giftable. It's also the only one that's been marked down. So I'm excited about that because it's thousands and thousands of dollars off where it should be at our show. And then also take a look at this. Here's the Side is going to have 2 rows in diamonds because seemed appropriate to support that double halo. There's your 302 in the center. Then you've got the carat 42, and yeah, just coincidental, but it is 444 total weight in diamonds, and it had a $49,999 TVON price, which if you know big yellow diamonds, you know what a great big discount that is. Keep calling on the diaspore or anything else you saw in the hour here. And then we're going to remind you that this one is no longer 50. I teased earlier that we got it under $20,000, but $19,999 is still not the stellar value for this holiday season 2024 that we want to bring. I want to bring you something absolutely ridiculously good when it comes to a value on a 3 carat or 2. Here's what it looks like on, because it's a this is a nice wide ring. Of course, that 302 being a heart shape, it's going to go side to side across the fingers you see there. Then you've got your carat 42. Don't forget, they're going to continue down the side. So every single angle you look at it, it's just gleaming and glistening and sparkling and brilliant. And it's not even $19,000. It's not $18,999. And this is a great value on a 302, no doubt about it. But the heart shape. For the record, there are 4 C's for a reason. The 4 C's apply to colors of diamond just in the same way they apply to white diamonds. And the 4 C's are all important. Well, in this one, it's the one we rarely talk about. It's cut. It's the most basic of the 4 C's, certainly, is the cut. The cut is obvious. The cut is what anybody who doesn't know diamonds can tell you about. But the cut here is probably, arguably, one of the most important facets, if you will, because sure, the carat weight's pretty impressive at over 3. The clarity is impressive at VS. The color is impressive because it's one of those few natural fancy colored yellows that are pure and, again, all natural. But you're also getting the cut that is the heart shape, and very distinctively so. And it's not even $18,999 for gifting, for wowing somebody. And remember, you have a money-back guarantee, even on whether it's a $500 piece, even, by the way, that dollar piece, right? That piece that Jenny got, like that's still, if she doesn't like it, she can send it on back, right? She can do that. I mean, it's like, it's everything you shop for. Whether it's a smaller piece or a larger piece, I think it becomes even more vital perhaps on the larger pieces like this. And it's not $18,000, it's $17,999. You're getting it for under $18,000. One caller, we don't have another heart shape of that size. I don't even think I have another heart shape yellow at all. I believe the under 1 carats are gone as well. So this is it. And for $17,999, as we officially welcome the top of the hour, which is the significant one. So we'll welcome you in a couple of moments here. I just want to give this a really nice look and a chance to turn and be all just showing off that VS brilliant cutting, by the way. So again, to that cut, it's not just about the heart shape outside, it's about the brilliance within it. Yes, go ahead, Jason. Of this ring, of course I can. Here's what, let's take a little 360-degree tour a day diamond, and look at how that's finished. We love this. Is I think even more important is that side profile, to see that outer under gallery that's going to lift it up off the hand, and then your beautiful, look at the heart-shaped design on the inside, and then that stone being as gorgeous and pronounced, very defined heart shape, which they rarely are. There's heart shapes and then there's perfect heart shapes. And most heart shapes get to be a little bit muddled, or they're really just a pear shape that are wannabe heart shapes. This is a true, defined, you see the cleft there, all balanced, all even. Let's try it on the hand again as well, so you can see it right here, right now. And that's what it looks like. So that's $17,999. We have a couple of people verifying that's going to go before the night is over. Let me welcome everybody to the show. Happy Wednesday. Hi, everybody. It's Wednesday at 7. Why am I mid-sentence when 7 o'clock? Well, if you haven't heard, and I know a lot of you haven't, because we really just started kind of introducing you to our new schedule over the holiday week last week. So welcome in. I'm Lauren Blair. This is Wednesday night at TVON, but we started now at 5. So we start our shows here on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday at 5 o'clock Pacific time. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern. So we've been on the air for 2 hours, and we only have 1 short hour left. So it is crunch time. If kind of getting into the meat of the show here, and we only have an hour to do it. So I know that a lot of you probably just tuning in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just remember, tomorrow night, same thing, 5 o'clock to 8 p.m. Pacific If you live in the central time zone, your show still starts at 7. If you live in the East Coast or the Eastern time zone, 8 o'clock start time. 3 hours still, and that's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday that I'm with you, and then the Saturday and Sunday mornings as well. So just remember, 5 to 8 now on our weeknight shows. That's really critical. But here we go with what I've been telling the viewers that have been with us for the last couple hours. I've been really, really anxious to talk about this next fabulous ring, which is our Blue Wing Block D that is, yes, a museum reserve, but it's also going to be, it's that one that's more wearable. I think a lot of people hear museum reserve at this point and automatically imagine a 10, a 15, a 20 karat stone. What you're about to see is one of the more wearable. I don't mean to take away from, it's still a big size, it's still a great look, it's still a dazzling cut. But generally speaking, we tend to look for more of those 4 to 5 carats for everyday wear. Here it is, $557 in a stunning emerald cut. And I know normally we just kind of welcome you in. This is where we're kind of in that power hour, last hour here, where we're ready to go and bring you what we have been touting all night, that we finally get to reveal, that is finally on display, that looks like this does, and it's going to be item number 1126736. And time is limited now, if you haven't heard. The deal is this. We've got a handful of museum reserves left, and today is December 4th. New Year's Eve and the end of the year is right around the corner, and the word on the street is that if there is, and this is a big if, but if there is any museum reserve left at the end of the year, it is going to be finally lent off to a museum once and for all, which would mean no more. So this is what I would encourage you to do, especially if you've wanted the unattainable and the impossible, which has been the 5.5 carat museum reserves, because most everything I've had in museum reserve is bigger by far. This is the way to get something very wearable. It's got a carat 24 in diamonds as well, and it's got a little split shank. How about those reds? All the way off to the sides like you see there. That's actually the side profile, what we call the girdle of the stone, where the pavilion meets the crown facet. It's actually called the girdle. It's that edge, if you will, of the side of the stone. Have you ever seen the girdle light up red like that? That's what's happening. Here it is on the other side. And top and bottom will do that as well. Look at that. That is the actual girdle of the stone doing that. And then every single step facet within, blues, purples, and reds. Whereas most tanzanite give you light lavender and that's it, right? This is the blue wing, so it gives you the blue predominantly, with then the bright neon violet purples, and then your rare look at the trichroism in action. That's the red flash. Welcome in. 124 in diamonds, classic mounting, any gold you want. 557, it does present on the hand beautifully. It's a very wearable style. Let's take a look at that too. And it's any gold you want. And what are we going to do? There's a $99.99 price tag. I've schooled you on this. We've talked about this for years. I brought you Blue Wings for 6 years. We've talked about the fact that if it's museum reserve under 10 carats, it goes for $99.99. There's just a set price that they should have for the size and the carat weight it is. Here's what I'm going to do instead. We are welcoming in, again, I think this is such an important time because I've been here with you guys 8+ years, and we've always started our nighttime shows at 7, and that just all changed this week. So now we have to really welcome you with some fanfare. And now that it is 7 o'clock Pacific time and normal start time, and probably a lot of people tuning in going, oh, yep, I forgot, or oh, I didn't know anything about that because it was Thanksgiving and I was on the go and wasn't watching TVON last week for the announcements. Well, here you go. This is the chance to go ahead and get it. And it's not going to be $99.99. This was my plan, was I knew at 7 o'clock, I've been doing this long enough to know there's going to be a lot of people that are tuning in at 7 o'clock that want something special. Let's welcome you into this new structured time schedule and more shows and 9 shows a week instead of 5 shows a week and all that. And Friday's back on TV starting a day after tomorrow. So you've got there's a lot to keep track of around here. A lot of changes, a lot of things happening, all good. But here's what we're going to do. Instead of $99.99, I really do want to put this on the auction block and give you a chance to get it for nothing. I mean, really, truly, that's what we're going to do here. And you've heard me say it time and time again. I wear an emerald cut diamond every single day of my life. It's my cut. It's by far my favorite. And that's with diamond. I don't think an emerald cut diamond even does, because diamonds, we always think about sparkle. Emerald cuts aren't known for a lot of sparkle when it comes to diamonds, but the emerald cut, if you're dealing with top material, the emerald cut is the best way, bar none, to show off red flash. That is not an opinion, that is a fact. But it requires that really high level. So if you're gonna go museum reserve, go emerald cut. Let's make it even better than $99.99. I'm putting it on the auction block. Let's see who's out there. Let's try it, because I know we're all at this point thinking about per carats. We know gold and diamonds. We want them to be free. This is going to be so incredible, and I'm not going to do even 9,000, 8,000, 7. Shouldn't the better material of the entire assortment be more money? It should. Now, what, do you already have it at $99.99? We can't do the auction? Okay, thank goodness. Because I see a hand going up going, I want it, I want it. Do you have it? Because I can gladly sell it at 10 grand. But I think my shoppers know better, right? And understand that we exist for quality and value. And the truth is, there's a lot of good quality out there that's expensive. There's a lot of low quality that's cheap. We are the one place, the holy grail of jewelry shopping, the mecca where you can get both. You get the high quality with the low price. High quality, low price. That's the only way we do things. And so, and just when we thought we were all jaded towards the quality and values and we're all expecting of that and we need the values to get better and better and better, well, it's about to. Because it's not going to be 7 or 6 or 5 or $4,000 to start on a 557. So yes, we're below $1,000 a carat on the stone with free diamonds and gold. But I'm not going to do $4,000. I wanted to make something so magical happen at this point of the show, because this is when we have historically gotten the whole thing started. Now we're almost done. So it's a shift that's going to take some getting used to. But for right now, for this moment, we're going to make it a lot more interesting, and let me know who's thinking about it, because I know that we have perhaps an open already at 4,000. Watch this. I want to also ensure that we get a lot of different people in, because I don't want to just, this has always been my MO in doing this, and 2.5 decades, is let's not make it for one person. Let's open the door. I want to open the door. In this case, we've opened the vault. In this case, it's almost like we robbed the museum, right? And we're opening the door to as many people as possible who want that quality that is unattainable anywhere else. And I mean that. I know there are people selling tanzanite for more money. Most everybody sells tanzanite for more money. I understand that. I know that. Part of my job is to pay attention to what everybody else is doing, from the low quality, low end, to the high end, to TV networks, to jewelry stores, to wholesales, to the wholesale jewelry district that is downtown LA, which is where I spend a lot of my time. Every single place. I need to be with the finger on the pulse of what's happening. And that is why I'm so excited to say this is not even going to be $4,000. I was thinking 35. I'll tell you what, we'll make it even more interesting here. Welcome on in. I know it's kind of like this is a 9 o'clock special that we're doing at 7 o'clock, because we've only got 1 hour left. So here it is. This is the main event, and it's not going to be 35. I was going to leave it there. We may have the open already. We have 3 people talking about it. Come on in. You want to be in sooner rather than later, always. Why not? Why pay more than you have to? Really? No 35? We're still verifying. It's going to be a $10 increment. That's what I do. I got to try it on again. Watch this. White, yellow, rose. Watch the reds. This is already a lower light, subtly, but look at that. I'm going to block the light. Now we're getting a real sense of the colors and the reds and everything. I know it's a big ring. I don't mean it's like casual or nothing there. I'm just saying, out of the museum reserve, it's a little more wearable because it's not 20 carats. And some of those, I've heard from you. I hear from you guys every day. Not everybody's looking for 15, 20, 30 carats. They're beautiful collectibles, but they're not necessarily your everyday wearables. And here's how we do it. Not even 35. Let's go to $3,000 to start. And then a $10 increment from there if we get more than one. And that's really my hope here, is to, like I said, really give everybody, whether you're brand new with us, because every single day there are brand new shoppers who have yet to even experience or see Blue Wing Block D. When I know there's some of you that have been watching it since the day it showed up, which was December of 2018. Now we've been here for longer, but it wasn't till the very, very latter part of 2018 that we first brought out the Blue Wing Block D collection. Now that's done, and we're into the literal Museum Reserve collection. So you're at the tail end of the whole thing, the whole chance, the whole opportunity, the whole collection that was only and is only here with us. Now, I know a lot of you have purchased pieces over the years, so now a lot of you are bona fide collectors at home. We are still, now there are 4 people talking about this, and I don't actually officially have an open yet. So here's what I'll do. And this is, well, I said it would be something special. It's definitely going to be even a little more special than I had in mind. But we're going to go even lower for the open, so there's no reason to stay behind or to not participate. I'm going to go to $2,900. I mean, whatever it takes to get this done, I can't leave it here. It's too beautiful to leave here. It's too pretty to leave here. It's too much of a value with a carat 24 in VS diamonds to put back in a vault tonight. So let's go you know what? Skip it, $2,800. Every little bit counts, right? It's all money saved, and as far as I'm concerned with TVON, it's all money lost at this point. Because if you think we can make a ring like that for $2,800, we have a factory here on site. You know, the best part about working, I've kind of had to change my whole life around here because I'm not used to working so early, right? So it's a real jump start to the day, right? And I got to say, the best part is when I come in now, I get to see all our jewelry team, who I didn't normally get to see because they would usually be long gone because they start really early in the morning. They start at like 5 a.m. So I don't usually get to see them. Now I get to see them every day when I come in. So it's great because I get to really catch up with our jewelry team and our setters and our designers and everybody else who, you know, working at 7, they were always leaving right as I was arriving. So this is great. I can be in the factory again. And I got to tell you, we can't make that at 28. What about 27? Oops, wrong way, right? Somebody, I can just hear somebody in the factory going, wrong way, girl. It costs us more, so why are you making it less? Because that's what I do. Low, low with the low, low. Here we go. $2,700 to start. Do we have it? We're verifying. That is a gorgeous stone. Emerald cuts, take it from me. I think they're elegant. Even if you have a round, fabulous. If you have a cushion, fabulous. If you have a round, if you have a trillion, oh my gosh, they're all amazing. There's a reason why some of our viewers have 50 individual blue wing D pieces. They got 50 of them. They got 20 of them. They got 10 of them because they're trying to collect all the different shapes and collect all the different styles and all the different mountings. What about $2,600? I know I shouldn't, but I'm trying, and I'm going to give you a value. That's always, every time we're together, that's all I can promise you. I can't say what's going to happen on any given show. They are live, and I got to roll with the punches here, and I know we got a new time and all, and that takes some adjusting. Trust me, me too. I'm right there with you. It's an adjustment. But here we are, last 45 minutes of the show. Heck, this might be the last item we show you. Who knows? $2,600. Do we have it or are we verifying? I'm verifying. I'll tell you what. That's not even a round number. Let me just do this. I mean, if I'm losing money, I'm losing money. Right? Negative cash flow is still cash flow. And we'll go backwards some more just to make sure. I can't be embarrassed here and not get the open. And since nobody screamed open yet, have you heard anybody say that? All I know is we're verifying, so what I'm going to do is make it $2,500 to start. Something kind of weird's going on tonight, but I'll blame it on the new schedule, right? We're kind of all over the place. We got new shows left and right. We got new times. We got new hosts. There's a lot going on, right? And I know, a lot of people, I know, last 2 days, I know, it's been like, oh my gosh, something's different, right? We're different. It's different. So now, here we are. Back to what we know. TVON going backwards for you. Losing money for you. 60 seconds, Tony. Let's give it 60 seconds to get this started. Let's give it 60 seconds. Let's go. $2,500 to start on a 557 in the opulent, the elegance. I always think of Grandma Joanne. My grandma was the most elegant woman that I have ever known. I love my mom. She's very elegant, but my grandma even had Mom and I beat. Grandma was elegant. And I always, and she loved jewelry. Oh, she loved jewelry. She kind of stayed true to her pieces, but she loved jewelry. And let me tell you, that's like elegance. And there's a mystique and an elegance and a specialty nature about an emerald cut that you just don't get with other cuts. And I love rounds, I love trillions, I love them all. But the emerald cut it's a step up, if I may, literally. It's many, many steps up because it is step faceting. Look at what this does. And again, I got it sitting here where it's kind of, we're still always going to kind of that overhead view. Look what happens to it with the reds. And this is in the most unforgiving, brightest of lights that is not always friendly to tanzanite. Oh, but this is already looking stellar. Okay, we ready? Anybody got the open at 25? Tony, did we give it a clock? I'm too busy thinking about the elegance of that stone. Quite frankly, I wasn't paying any attention to the monitor. Did we give it a 60-second clock? Do we have the open at 25? Can I have some water real quick? Is it just the leather or is it hot in here? Is it the new schedule? Is it the fact I came in when it was still sunny outside and 80 degrees? Is that it? But see, I have to be cognizant that where most of you live, it's cold. So even though I'm not dressed for 80 degrees Southern California sunny weather, I'm dressed for where you guys are, for the most part, right? Where it's probably a little colder than 80 degrees. But here we are, 25, do we have it? Operators, let me know. I can't tell what's going on because we got operators across the country. We got operators here. We got requests coming in. People asking about items from 2 hours ago. Yes, we were here 2 hours ago. I know it's weird. What's the key to adjusting your circadian rhythm? That's what I need to know. All right, $2,500. Okay, do we have it? Hi, Jason. What are you doing over there? What's happening? You're not on this one, are you? No. Really? Are you on this one? Thinking about it? Maybe? Do you know you can change it to yellow gold or rose gold if you want? You know you can get your ring size. You know we'll ship it for free, just in case you don't know. I don't know. Some of you might not know that. We do free shipping, free sizing, free gold color change, all that good stuff that usually costs you a whole lot more money, right? No tax if you live outside of California. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I have to pay tax, but most of you don't. Do we have 25? We got it, right? We got it. Sorry, we have it. I'm going to try it on again. I just want to say this. If I know this is, again, little unorthodox here. We're so glad to have you, but we are all ready now. I think we're going to give it last call. I've got the open. It's official. It's going to sell. That's the good news. You want the bad news? Oh, there is none. Unless you're the host of the show, the only bad news is on my part because I'm losing money on the ring. True story, right? When everyone's making huge margins on jewelry and, 50% this, and well, you know what? And sometimes those lab-grown stones, 500% markups, 500% markups. I mean, it's a whole different world in jewelry than it's ever been, and it's evolving and changing, but we are somehow going backwards in time. Somehow we time travel every night to a different gold era, to the very, very, by the way, tanzanite, blue wing, block D, even block D hasn't been mined in about 15 years. The blue wing block D was left, basically, it was a secret. It was like the greatest kept secret in all of gems all time because the miner and his team were I think it was 5 total men who knew about the existence of this stone until I debuted it in 2018 on the air here at TVON. 5 people in the world knew about this material, knew about this existence, knew about everything. That's it. And now we're at the tail end of it. So I realize if you're newer with us, it's go time. You might have a little less time to think about it and him and haw like everyone else has because everyone else maybe has had 6 years with it. If you're newer, you get it now. Huge diamond weight. The mounting alone costs more than this. That's where I'm just perplexed. I'm going to give it 2 minutes and we'll sell it, I promise. Then we'll move on to something else that won't be tanzanite. I think this is looking like my only tanzanite we're even going to showcase for the rest of the show tonight. And it's at $2,500 with a $10 increment. That's it. It's amazing. Let's go. Take a look at it. 2 minutes on the clock. And at the end of the 2-minute clock, we sell it. What can I say? What more is there? I feel like between the countdown clock, the diamonds sparkling, the red flashes, the carat weight, you've probably done some kind of calculation of the per carat. I'm afraid to even say it. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't want to publicize on nationwide, national TV. I don't want to publicize this per carat price because it's probably not even possible to happen again. But thank you to the auction. The auction that should have started at over $5,000. And now look. $2,500. What has happened to my show? Oh yeah, it started 2 hours ago. But you're here now. It doesn't matter. We've got 1 minute. We've got literally 39 minutes in the show, but we only have 57 seconds on the auction. And then it's going to be done and gone forever. And I don't have another 557 Museum Reserve. I don't have another emerald cut that's not. What is that, Tony? What is that stop? What was that? Sorry. Got something in my preview monitor. I'm not sure what that is or what it means. But here we are. 36 seconds left, and we are in final call. Does anybody else want to venture a bid here, or are we done? I mean, am I really done? We're going to find out. Not like 2510 is going to save me from anything here. Yeah, I would need a pretty significant increment to get us up to cost on it. if I'm going to get to cost on that ring, we're going to need somebody to yell out a lot more than $2,500. We're going to need the power bid of all power bids, if you know what I mean, if we're going to meet cost on this one. And there, look at those reds, look at that. And the core of it, we always talk about this with the emerald cuts, but let me make sure you know, when the core, the center, the very, 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 very center is the same exact depth of color as all the rest of the stone to the very outside, that is a very good thing. Do we have 2510 or more? Anybody want to go 2510 or more? Do we have it? Clock is out. I got to go. You got it? Sold. Congratulations, that's gone. And I don't even, how do you follow that? Maybe a yellow diamond? Oh, not the heart shape. We still have a yellow diamond that is, thank you so much and congratulations. Look at this. Here, whoa, 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 whoa. I just blinded myself. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting this color, saturation, vivacity, oh man, that's a good stone. What on earth have we just done? We have just introduced the best of the best in our yellow diamonds, sitting here right now. Look at that stone. 112, 5576. Wow. Wow. That's perfection. That is perfection right there. It's a 151 VS stone. We always use these side diamonds in a very vivid tone. Do you remember that most of the time when we've seen side diamonds in yellow round brilliance like this, they're usually 4 or 5 shades different from the center. That's not the case here. This is a 151 VS center stone with 38 points in yellow diamonds in addition to that. So you're getting real close to 2 carats total overall in the yellows, and then you have another 86 points in the white diamonds, and altogether that's 275 in diamond weight. Oh yes, please. And looks perfect, feels perfect. On the hand, balanced, symmetrical, even. I love the way split shank, sure, we can see that, or we can fill it up. Fill it up with some yellow diamond round brilliance within the split shank to make it even more interesting, add even more high end, and that perfect little mix of, you know, smaller, medium, large, working their way up to the center double halo. Wow, what a stone that is. That is called, well, technically, I can't even, you know, interestingly enough, this is really going to help us because usually this is the kind of stone that denotes a description like vivid, intense. Doesn't say vivid, intense, but what you see is what you get. So vivid, intense is not actually listed as such because when you get those words mentioned in the same sentence as yellow diamond, the price tag skyrockets. Absolutely skyrockets. Because I'll tell you, I got to find a yellow diamond. Actually, the ring that I want to purchase at the end of the night in 35 minutes, I'll show it to you. They're beautiful yellow diamonds, but they're much more typical in color. Watch this. I'm going to show you side by side. Let me make a point here. Let me go grab that bypass ring, and then we'll take a look there. Here it is. Here's the bypass ring with a more traditional yellow color. That's beautiful. That when it was on its own, you were probably marveling at it yourself. That is a traditional yellow diamond color of not canary, not barely there. Those have got great color. If it doesn't have great color, I'm not going to show it to you. I got too little time to waste, you know, showing you subpar diamonds. So I get my choice up. We all as hosts get to choose what we want to show. And that's important because certain pieces are better and certain values are better, and that's the way it is. Look at the difference. Look at the difference. Now, I'm going, if that ring is still available at the end of the show in 35 minutes, I'm buying that ring that's in the foreground on the right side. I'm buying it. I like it. It's just a ring that I showed earlier that's platinum, that's a carat 22 in yellows together, and then 43 points in white diamonds. I really like it. But this is another level. So hopefully the visual, because you can listen to me yak about it all day and go, yeah, vivid, whatever. But then you see it. It's a lot easier to believe it when you see it, right? So just for an example there, this is going to have 275 total weight. We only have the one. Let's blow it out. Just blow it out, make it easy. I know, $16,999 should be all day. We're not going to do that. We've only got about 34 minutes. So strange, such a weird feeling, I know. We'll get accustomed to it, I promise, but here's what we're going to do for you instead of $16,999 on this very special, very important, 275 overall, yellow and white. It just, you know what those diamonds do? The fact that they are the same color in the halo as the center, it only makes your 151 look about double. Honestly, if you look at the full frame and the full perimeter there that you have, And because they're matched, it would never work that way if they weren't matched. But since they are, oh, good, Tim. I like that. You tell him that schedule. I like that. Because goodness knows, I think a lot of you were very surprised the last couple of days, like, what is going on? What's happening? So we're going to let you know there's a new schedule, new hours, new everything. It's just new, new, new. So love that. Just giving you more of what you love, what you've asked for. So hopefully you're enjoying. But this is not going to be even $69.99. What did I just do besides take $10,000 off? We just made this a major, major value. I'm going to try it on because whether this is going to be a new wedding ring, whether this is going to be your right hand ring, whether this is going to be something you wear on that middle finger, whatever it is decadence, and it's one of our finer ones. Even the yellow diamond 3 carat that I had in the heart shape is way lighter. This is where you get into, if you don't want there to be any question, you're in that higher grade yellow. If you want your stone to be bright, not just pretty yellow like a butter color. Butter yellow is pretty. I think it's a beautiful color. I love it in clothing. I love it in fashion. I love butter yellow. But butter yellow is more of what you saw in that bypass ring a moment ago. This is just vivid, bright, as loud a yellow as can be. And it's not going to be 69, 59, 49.99. I mean, we're making you the deal. It's the deal. And I know that tanzanite auction went awry in a big, big way, so it benefited the auction winner. This is going to benefit, and trust me, you're a winner. That's the thing. You shop here, you're already a winner. You already are winning at jewelry shopping. You know the best. You know where to go. You know how to shop. When you see the reductions in price tags like this on a ring that you could trade tomorrow for more money, I mean, I can't help myself. I have to somehow, every piece like this kind of takes me to the wholesale world, and I immediately think of what would that be to turn around and sell that to a wholesale dealer in LA tomorrow. We're in LA jewelry district, second biggest in the country. Obviously New York, you guys got us beat, but you know, there's a New York jewelry district, there's an LA wholesale jewelry district, and it's a hub, right? Great place to shop for jewelry, but wholesalers can't do this. Not even on the loose center stone, the 151 yellow. There are very few dealers that have diamonds like this for sale because most of them are holding on to them. If they got them, they're keeping up, their hands all over them. And this is not 49. It's not 48. It's not 40. I'll keep on going. I got to sell it. Again, it's like the tanzanite. We're not going to leave it here. We're going to sell the ring. And I'll try it on again for you because it is one that is just so well balanced and, again, easy to wear, even though it's one of our bigger yellows. It's the brightest color I have. That much I can tell you. I know our inventory well. At this point, we don't have hundreds and hundreds of yellow diamonds either. It's just a couple of handfuls. So it's of all sizes, of all shapes, all together, cumulatively. This is not $47.99. $46.99. Now, Tim, are you thinking about this one or are you on something else? Thank you for sharing. I love that you were sharing our new schedule with them. I think that's really helpful. Thank you. Because goodness knows not everybody's going to hear me say it every single day, right? Because not everyone's going to be here in that moment I have to talk about it, right? So I'm so glad. I know a lot of you may have missed Thanksgiving week last week when I was talking about it incessantly, but it was a busy week. So we appreciate that you're here with us now, learning about maybe some of these changes here and all really exciting, expansion and that kind of thing, but this is where you get the deal of deals. It's not going to be 46. I'm going to keep going. We don't have it gone yet. Talk to me. Oh, what? Wait a minute. Are you talking about the pear-shaped bypass ring? That one with the carat 22? That one? Did you buy that one, Jason? For me? No, you had a customer buy it? Come on, that was my ring. Who bought it? Dawn. Okay, Dawn. I like Dawn. Is it Dawn? Tell me where. Is it Utah? Texas? Maybe it's not the Dawn I'm thinking. Dawn, if you ever get tired of that ring, I'll buy it back from you. True story. Dawn, contact me, laurenblairtv@gmail.com. Dawn, if you ever tired of that ring, I'll buy it from you. laurenblairtv@gmail.com. All right. $46.99 it's not. $45.99 it's not. Let's move it. It's the biggest and best and brightest. Even my 3 carat can't hold a candle to this color. This color is everything. It's not even $45.99. Let's blow it out truly. This is $4,499 tonight. $44.99 can't be touched. Can't be beat anywhere else out there. That, listen, you playing with house money when you're shopping here. You get the values, you know that's automatic. You already, like I said, you already win because you're just tuned in. Tuning in gets you to be the winner. But when you shop, that's when you become like royalty. It's like you just, you know, like can you imagine being in a royal lineage where those pieces from the family from hundreds and hundreds of years and generations are passed down to you, and they're significant because they're passed down to you and because of who they were worn by and what they're worth and what they, well, this is like the same thing in essence because, but we're not all lucky enough to be born into royalty. And we're not always going to have millions and millions of dollars to spend on jewelry. And even if you have it, you don't necessarily want to spend it on just jewelry, right? So there are ways, and this is maybe the way, to do it where you can be smart about how you put your hard-earned dollar and how you invest into the things you love that are exotic, that do, we know, are getting greater and greater and elevating in value as the days goes on. It's jewelry. It doesn't depreciate. It's not, I can't think of anything else that does that, where you can wear it and enjoy it and use it. Cars don't do that. I'm a big car fan. I'm a car fanatic. I love cars. But I know, and you know, that if you're going to drive that car and put on miles, if you're going to put any wear into that car, even the most valuable of cars still are going to lose value over time. They depreciate. And so that's the thing. I mean, you name it, it pretty much goes in that direction. But jewelry is jewelry. It can withstand what you got. It stands the test of time. You wear it and enjoy it. You love it forever. And we need to know who's getting that for $44.99. I'm going to give it 60 more seconds, then we'll move on. But this one is verifying now. Let's show the back. Who is that keeps asking that too? Jane. Hi, Jane. Where's Jane calling from? It looks a lot, Jane, like heart-shaped did from the inside. There's your under gallery. Again, split shank, but filled in. We sometimes leave that split open. Here, filled in with the same dominance of yellow bright diamonds that you have in the center. And for the halo. And it's only going to be $44.99. We got 28 seconds left to share it until it's no longer ours to share. Jess, are you thinking about this one?
No, but Brad was interested
yes.
in seeing the blue and pendant you have.
Oh, the big one. Yes. You got it, Brad. We got it. It's our $12.91 coming up next. And it's a square cushion. You got it, Brad. He says, got any big blue wings in neckwear? I do. Neckwear? That doesn't sound right. That sounds like a tie or a scarf. It's still neckwear, but it's a pendant. Let's take a look. Ooh, here we go. 112-6740 is your item number. That's a $12.91. Oh, and I'm just going to give it a little bit of room here, just a little breathing room, but look at that $12.91, and we'll just make sure you see it from all the angles. To appreciate the reds, that's our $12.91 with 74 points in diamonds. We kept it classic. We gave it the halo of round brilliant white diamonds. We gave it the bail done in diamonds. It's 112-6740. And that's a 12 karat 91. Almost 3/4 of a carat at 74 points in diamonds. It's 1 point shy of 3/4 of a carat in diamonds. And it is not good at, well, Jess, I can do it the easy way or the hard way. And it is not even going to be $19,999 when, guess what? Bag price, here it is. I'm not afraid to show it. There's the pendant, there's the price. Museum reserve, yep, over 10 carats. So that's pretty much what they do. $19,999. We'll change it up, switch it up, make it all fabulous for you. And let me show you a couple of different ways, because actually, this one's not even going to be $99.99. Let me show it to you on the hand. A bail big enough for most chains. I would say everything but a really, really large omega. It's going to work, including, yes, DBTYs. Here is your length. It's going to be 1.25 inches top to bottom. I want to show it on the neckline next so you can see that. We're even going to change the gold if you want us to. So if you'd rather have yellow gold or rose gold, I don't recommend the rose gold. We tend to see most of our blue wings in the white gold, and that tends to be the dominating favorite. So think about that, but it's not going to be $99, $89, $79, $99. Let's move it. We had a really, really important value on that emerald cut in the auction. Let's match it. Take a look at this close up. It's not going to be $79. It's not going to be even, okay, I'm going to keep going. And first come, first served. You know the first caller gets it. That's how we work and operate. And I'll make this better than even $69.99. Oh, I hope you dial in early. Hey, Carrie. Carrie got, oh, I remember it. Oh, that was fast. I'm so glad you like it. Thank you so much. Carrie said she got her morganite, and she says, it's beautiful. It's pink, just like you described. It's gorgeous. Well, thank you so much, Carrie. That means a lot to me, and I hope you wear it for many years in good health. Thank you, Carrie. Enjoy your morganite. Appreciate hearing that so much. And here's what we'll do right now. Instead of $69.99, another $1,000 saved. I'll make it $5,999 first caller. On that one only, all these big blue wings, you know what that means. You got to grab them while they're here, and really winding up here. December 4th is already here, almost the 5th. I'll tell you, there are not many days here left. If they even last till the end of the year, we expect to see them gone and lent out. Anything that might be left at the end of the year should be lent out to museums once and for all. So here's our $59.99. Now, Jess, there are other tanzanites for Brad. We have quite a few large pendants. I have one with a merengue, for example. I have different shapes. If you're looking for a different shape besides a square cushion, we could probably bring it on out for you. But for somebody who loves the square cushion, and a great way to get, you see it, the Superstar Reds are all there. Take advantage of it. It's a major piece, and it's $59.99, one only there. And don't forget about the yellow diamond, which I think is still here as well. Right? Did anybody get our 151 yellow diamond? I think it's here. If you want the best and brightest of all my yellow diamonds, we'll probably have to revisit that before these next 20 minutes go by when the show ends. I know that's just so odd to say, because usually my body is telling me we're just starting. So I could be here till all night long and just keep showing you jewelry, which reminds me, we don't get all night long on TV. But if you ever want us to continue a little bit longer online, that's the beauty of also starting earlier, is we're happy to go longer online if you ever want us to, or you feel like there's a request that you want to do, you know, after hours, overtime, we can do that. A little TVON after hours, TVON after dark. Okay, there's blue spinel. Blue Star Sapphire, Teal, tourmaline. Anybody for the indica light with a little bit of green? We've got a gorgeous Imperial. The Imperial I had earlier is already gone. I think, did our three-stone, you know what, speaking of tanzanites, let me just put up the yellow diamond one more time, because that's still here. I think our pendant is as well, but we're verifying on both. I just, you know what, can I just verify, is 112-6643 still here? Because while we're on this little tanzanite mode of the ring and the pendant, and now the yellow diamond, let me make sure, because this was sold like 2 minutes, 3 minutes into the show, or maybe 2 or 3 items into the show, hours ago. And then what happened was it got swapped out for something else. Our caller got the Imperial topaz instead, and I don't think this is gone yet. And if you joined us since this was on the air about 2 hours ago, it's still here? Oh, good. Hey. So one more tanzanite option that has a little maybe less in the frills, but still a really, really important stone. And here we go. 357 cushion. The wheel has apparently not gotten the memo. Yes, Will, you have 20 more minutes to act right. Let's go with the 357 with the big jumbo round brilliant diamonds on the sides. And get ready, because it's a one only, and yep, it's gonna go. And this one is about as specialty as it can be. And I probably gave you the wrong item number, so way to go, Tony, because you probably caught that. And it's going to be a really, really special piece. And there is only one, and I don't have another style in all of our Blue Wing collection like it. And yet it is the most affordable museum reserve that we have of all. It is the most affordable by far of all. So this thrills me to no end. And it's not even going to be $19.99. It's going all the way down. And it's so status, simple, elegant, stand out as far as the design with those really big diamonds on the side, 9 points each. And you can change the gold color, and it's not even 19, 18, 17. Come on in. We only have one. I'll try it on for you on the hand again. Here's what it looks like. Look at the shimmy, shimmy of the reds. Red waterfalls, if you will. Which doesn't sound good in actual realistic life, but I think that if it's actually just a bit of a description of what's happening in the cut of that stone, Jason, will you be sure and take an extra $100 off? I know you already have it, but make it $16.99 instead, okay? Because that's what I did earlier. So $16.99, that one is spoken for. Congratulations. Let me follow that by similar mounting, but with a tourmaline in a wowza. Now, interesting, when I was looking at this away from the spotlight, it looked a little bit more blue-green. Now it's looking a little more green. It's just shifting a bit. Thank you so much. Jason, let me know. Jess, who were you talking to back there? A lot of people. She's like, who haven't I talked to tonight? I love that. Well, we are busy tonight, but we remind you, only have 18 minutes left of the show. This is 11287. Is that right? 1122872. Yes, it's a teal tourmaline, but it's got a lot of green here. Little more blue in person, I will say. Sometimes these hot lights can play tricks on a stone, and sometimes tourmalines combine multiple colors, and that's what's happening here. This is lovely, but it's also going to be a major blowout. Stacked with diamonds, 3 rows, 39 points. White, yellow, or rose gold, huge discount on this one. Look at the cutting. Watch what it does from a distance away. Look at that. Double prongs in the corners. I love it. It's like a harlequin pattern of facets throughout. I just literally just took it out of the light for a brief moment to try it on, and it went blue on me. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. Sometimes, but that's what I'm here for. If something's ever a little different on a monitor than it is in real life, I'm going to let you know so you know what to expect. But it's also going to be better than even $79.99, where it started, where it began. Let's take it lower. And by the way, Jason, who got that tanzanite from you? Linda, congrats. Thank you so much. Where's she calling from? Idaho. Love it. Thank you so much. Linda in the house. We're going to make this better than $79.69 or $59.99. It's coming all the way down. This is one of those museum meltdowns I love. So really, really important piece. And then we'll do some other recaps because I know a lot of you may be, tuned in a little bit late. So we'll do that for you as well. But it's not going to be $59, $49, $39, even $29.99. This is not. We'll make it a whole different deal for you. And we'll make this one $2,499 instead. That's it. And then we've got the fabulous aqua. I'm going to recap one of our aquas. There's really not too much left. So I think it's going to be that big tanzanite pendant that we just showed you. The really, really good yellow diamond. That's the carat 51 with that real vivid color. I have a little lynx ring for you. Will somebody let me know? 112-6676. Did that end up going? That was our blue zircon from earlier. I'm not sure if that's still here or did it go? Because I moved on and I wasn't aware. We might have to recap that. It's still here. Perfect. I'm going to show that too. So again, perfect for, what's that? 6676, the blue zircon round in the bridge. Oh, never mind. It's gone. Okay. Can't show that. All right. That's okay. I don't know what's going on with the earlier parts because I just, sometimes I move on and pieces sell after the fact. So I always like to get a little heads up. So before I start recapping other people's jewelry. Here we go with our beautiful tourmaline. Let's see who's verifying. I think that one may be gone. And then the same price, by the way, was on a 443. Sierra Santa Maria cushion cut square. That one is, it just sends me. I know that's kind of an old school term, but it sends me. Like, darling, you send me. That is sending me. 112-6311. Very pretty color, very strong color to that Sierra Santa Maria. And perfect square cushion. Almost feels internally like an Asher. It's got very stark faceting to it that really emits and throws the light back to your eye in such a powerful way. And it's also going to be our 443 with a carat 30 in diamonds double halo classic, and it's down to $24.99 as well. So a huge blowout price for you on that one. And tourmaline is verifying this one's $24.99 as well. We'll try it on if you missed it earlier. I had a full presentation a few hours ago, but wanted to give that another look just in case you missed it. And then I think that's about all we have to recap. Oh, I did have the big sapphire, the big heart-shaped cornflower blue heart-shaped 403, or 408 rather, that's here. So just a reminder, it's one of our most important pieces we have in the entire collection. It's a true heart shape that is Ceylon material, so Sri Lankan Ceylon, same thing, interchangeable. It denotes location and nothing more. And that is a cornflower, vivid bright blue, with a heart shape in a 408 size. The ab number on this one was 112-4742, and this one is down to its rock bottom low. And that one gets to be a carat 58 in diamonds to go along with it. Note the bigger diamonds that it has individually, like right here, and right here, and right here, the rounds and the pear shapes that are happening, and the marquise cuts. All three of those, and really three different cuts, big, bold diamonds that actually sit up among this ribbon-like floral design. It kind of feels like a mix of each. And then there's even that decorative double band. So really leading up, and there's diamonds all the way up to the center right underneath where this piece is anchored here, and this is what it looks like on. Obviously, it's a bigger ring. Yes, it's a little bit more of one of those, cocktail ring styles, very turn heads and everyone will be looking and staring at that ring. If you're not comfortable wearing designer jewelry, it's probably not the piece for you. It's definitely not what I would call basic or routine. And yet, what could not be any less basic or routine is this discount we've given it, because it's down to $99.99 when it started at just under $30,000 on this show. So just a reminder that that one is here. If anybody would really love to have something very unique and different, that's a good one. We got to move a few last pieces here. We have only 13 minutes though in the show. So we're going to show you, I've got a quick little diamond ring here. This one is not so little, just as much as it is really wearable on all fingers of the hand. 112-3149 is here. This is the curb link, and please explain. This is my other favorite of the night that I've already had one of mine go, that I'm sad to see go, that I was so excited to pick up. This is another one of those, though, that feels a little bit like, again, it's classic curb link on the sides, big cluster of diamonds in the middle at 28 points total. Those are 4 points each because there are only 7 stones, so that works out evenly. Where you have some really big individual sizes, the curb link is gorgeous. It's in yellow gold, and it's $5.99. So one of the most affordable rings that we have here is sitting right there on that wheel, centered up, for you to enjoy, and $5.99 is your price tag. Reminder too, as we get down to our last 10 minutes or so, reminder, tomorrow night we are here. I've always been with you on Thursday night, but we are here also at that earlier new time slot, 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Central Time, and 8 p.m. Eastern is when we start the show. So it's still 3 hours long. We just move it up 2 hours to begin it. So be with me tomorrow at 5. The same thing happens for Friday. And if you haven't heard, because this Friday will be our first Friday, we're turning back to TV as well as online. Fridays have been around, but they were on TV about a year ago, then they went strictly online, and now they're back on TV and online as well. And that will also start at 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock Pacific, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. So keep that in mind. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all at 5. So is Monday. Tuesday's the only show that's at 7 to 10. We used to not have a Tuesday show. Now we do. And then Saturdays and Sundays, 10 to 1. Let's talk about that ring at $5.99 for another 30 seconds, and that's it. We're going to bring out something new you haven't seen that's going to wow you for our last 11 minutes in the show. If there are any requests, or if there's something you're on the fence thinking about, let me know what it is, so we can bring it back out for another look, so you can make that decision yours. But here is a really cool ring that feels very modern, very fresh. I think this could also be for any age. I think it would stack really well too. If you are someone who likes to stack and maybe put a little wonder ring action around another ring, there's a way to go do it. So that's a really special piece at $5.99. Well, if this isn't iconic, I don't know what is. I cannot even remember the last time I was able to present this to you, but in effort to have, as I said earlier, every show that I do with you up until the holidays, I really want you to have giftable items. And this is one of those that is an icon still in great designer jewelry houses. And it's the circular infinity. Sometimes it's called the circle of life. Sometimes it's called the infinity pendant. It's whatever you want to call it. Just know we do it better with VS Diamonds. 1110441. It's a pendant. Where's the bail, you ask? It's hidden. So there's actually 2 little slots. That's because your chain's going to go through one side and then the other, so that it disappears behind the diamonds. Use one of your thinner chains, but yes, diamonds by the yard will work. And then you see what this looks like, because it's got a 1-inch diameter, so it's plenty big, and you see what happens when those diamonds move. And we're moving. We're wearing pendants and we're moving. So you're going to see this incredible sparkle that only VS Diamonds can give you. There's your 1-inch diameter that it brings. It's a wonderful value. And now we got to make it more affordable than ever before, and you get to choose your white gold or yellow gold, or actually rose gold too. We got the rose gold as well, but check it out. That diamond weight is huge. It's a 118 diamond weight. So you've got a 118 diamond weight that you have right there, right now, and then we got to show it on. Now keep in mind, it's not going to look as attractive when I'm holding it with tweezers, but it's the only way I can do it here. But take a look. That's what it looks like from a distance, so you can get a really nice kind of viewpoint of how that's going to look from a distance away, whether you're choosing to wear it a little bit higher, like a 16, 17, or 18 inch. So back to the wheel we go, and we got to make this really, I want to show you up close as well, because, well, close-ups on diamonds are good. It's not only meant to look good from a distance away, but you can see with a 1-inch diameter, we got to go way back. And we will. White, yellow, rose, you decide. There we go. You could give it to anybody. And again, something so simple like a circular design, keep in mind the meaning that this is intended to have. Circular styles in designer jewelry have been usually denoting the infinity I talked about, that never ending, whether it's love, affection, friendship, just that circle of life, that whole style of circles are infinite. There is no end point. There's no beginning, no end. I think that can be really meaningful to give as a gift to somebody you care about. And I'm going to make this so affordable. The new price, because obviously you see that old, I remember that was developed for the first time years and years ago. It used to be, even back then, it was $14.99. The new price is $23.99 if we went by today's gold and diamond pricing. Instead, I'm going backwards. We're taking the old price from 7.5 years ago and making it so much more affordable because, again, we all want to be mindful of how we shop for jewelry, whether it's a gift or something for yourself, white, yellow, or rose gold, whatever, go with whatever you wear the most of. This is a piece that even though it's large, it's probably that everyday wearable style. You could layer it with shorter diamonds by the yard or other chains you have. It's only $999 tonight. So that's it. One of our icons that has been so long since we've seen it. So I'm really proud and really thrilled we can bring it to you. And I only have, oh, by the way, I only have a limited quantity. I have 2 in white, 1 in yellow, and 1 in rose. So a total of 4 to go around for the country. Not going to last very long. 60 seconds is probably all it's going to need. And if you'll be so kind, Tim and everyone else, let me know which color you're getting so we let our viewers at home know where it's at and what's left. But that's super special. That is, you don't get diamonds under $1,000 a carat, even when they're junk. And I don't like to use terms like that. I like to consider myself a lady. But sometimes you have to be really blunt about descriptions. And a lot of diamonds that are out there sold in different various parts of the world are kind of just, you know, a diamond is a diamond is a diamond, right? Well, not really. They all have such vastly different qualities and such a standard quality out there. SI at best, usually I1s, I2s, I3s is what you see, or they're just chips. Jess, how many are you taking? Sounds good. Thank you so much. Who's shopping over there? Gifting, perhaps? Maybe. Maybe. And again, this is how it's a hidden bail. So let me show you the side angle. Only one side. So it actually is going to sit on the neckline at an angle. It's not going to flip or turn at all. But you're going to go through one chain and out the other side. So go through each. If you use one of the bails, it's not going to sit right. So you want to actually have, just put your chain through both sides. There's 2 bails. Think of it like a little heart-shaped lobe there on each side. Put your chain through each side, and then it's going to sit balanced and evenly on the neckline. Doesn't flip or turn. Again, look at this on the hand so you can see how mighty large it is. 1-inch diameter, but you're never going to see those tweezers. So I just like to, you know, I want you to realize it's a complete open circular style where you're going to see that beautiful look. I would even think about layering necklaces where if you have another favorite pendant that's a little initial or a cross or something that you might want to wear in the middle, right? Where you layer them on top of each other. So it's almost like you're framing whatever other pendant you have. Could be an idea that you kind of play with when you get it at home and see. Tim, are you getting one of our circle pendants? You are? They're gifting, it sounds like. Or are they getting 2 different gold colors, or what are they thinking? And then, I love that. And then what about you, Jason? Circle pendant, circle of lifestyle? Wonderful. Isn't it nice that we offer rose gold too, by the way, in our diamond pieces? Most always. I can't say always, always, always every time, but most everything we do, we offer the rose gold as well. Let me know on this one at $9.99. And again, I'm holding it by the bail, but it doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong way to wear it, so just look for the bail. The bail's the only way to wear it. So don't worry about, there's no top or bottom being the circular 1-inch perfect diameter that it is. And we have a request maybe, but we only have 4 minutes left. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. The aquamarine, the cushion cut square that I had earlier, gone. Thank you so much. Such a beautiful aqua. The color is just pure and true blue. Love it. Thank you so much. All right, so $9.99 on our pendant. I'm going to give it a final 60 seconds. I know we have a little bit of a little backup on our phone lines here, so we're bringing out more operators, but look at that last call clock, and there are only 4 minutes left in the show. Now, I know a lot of us are just getting used to just getting started about this time of night, so if there is anything I can do for you, if there is anything at all you want to see and you're watching online or able to watch online, like TVON.com, Facebook, or YouTube, those are our 3 ways to watch online. On your phone, computer, tablet, we do every broadcast we do live on TV is also online, assuming it's all up and running. So if there is anything at all you want to see, we can actually show you things online, offline, if you will. Offline TV, but online on your internet feed, however you like to watch. So just something to keep in mind if you feel like, oh, wait, we just are getting started. I feel that way too. So we're here to help, and if you want to see anything else that you can watch online, we can do that as well. We can go as long as we want. I do have a really, really special crescent moon. Now, this is a different type of pendant that I'm just going to show you. I just want to make sure we have enough time. It's 1110447. So this one I thought would be fun to show as well, just along the same lines that maybe is stackable or layerable with the circular style you just picked up. It's the crescent moon done in diamonds. We have white, yellow, and rose, and it's also 31 points in diamonds. I'm holding it by the hidden bail. The other side will be, look at it, solid through and through in the back. You can even reverse it if you want a solid mirror finish gold look, but we have white, yellow, and rose, and it's only $399, but we only have 3 minutes left in the show. And this gives you a 1-inch drop. As I put that one down, I'm gonna show you the yellow gold up here up close as well. Notice how you don't see a lot of the gold color, except for the very, very tips of the piece are mirror finished. I also have a rose gold to show you, which we rarely have in studio to show. It's usually something that has to be custom made for you, but look at that. There's the rose gold in the crescent moon, which is 1.5 inches. So I'm gonna show you on the hand the white gold here, and it's $399. For real, this is really happening, almost 1/3 of a carat in diamonds. Here's the length you get. So not reversible, it's always gonna be out this way, which by the way, everything on TV is reversed, so it's actually gonna be bowing out. The curved side is gonna be on your right side as you wear it. That is if you wear it with the diamond side up. I do wanna show you really quickly, here's the length and the measurement, and then we'll show you on the neckline, but that is gonna be 1.5 inches, as you see there. Again, point to point, but this is that really, something very almost demure, or something almost a little bit, maybe that's not the right word. Maybe it's a little bit sexy the way it comes to those points. So you see how it's going to look from a distance away. You can wear it higher or lower, just depending on the chain length you use. But $399. Reminder, we're off the air on TV in 94 seconds. But we are back tomorrow night to do it again. Same time, same place as tonight, which reminder is now 5 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. That'll be for my Thursday night and my Friday night with you on TV. Yes, Friday is back on TV. So make sure you remember that. I know for over a year we've been online only on Fridays. We're going to be back with you online. Yes, if you still like to watch that way, you can, of course. But you can also watch us on TV on Direct Dish, AT&T, or some of those other cable providers that are newer with us. So 1 minute left in the broadcast tonight for our Wednesday. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Really appreciate you being here with me and shopping and watching and all your very, very kind words. Thank you so much. And thanks for rolling with us. I know it's going to be a little period of transition here for us with all these new shows and new times, but stick with me. And again, I'll be with you every Wednesday through Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday night, Saturday and Sunday morning as always at 10 to 1. So look forward to seeing you there, just blocked together. So just a Blairathon every week, right? Love that. So here we go with 35 seconds remaining. And by the way, for everyone who's asked, no relation. Myself and the new host, no relation. None. Zero. We haven't even met each other. Never met. So no relation at all. Just coincidental that we share the same last name. But anyway, I've had a lot of questions about that. Oh, was dad, brother? No, just again, no relation. But here we go. Last call. Thank you again. We'll be here online if you need us for anything else. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. That's 5 Pacific, 7 Central, and then, of course, 8 Eastern. So I look forward to seeing you then for a big Thursday and Friday. And for now, we thank you so much from all of us at TVON. I'm Lauren Blair. Have a great rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow at 5.